Please welcome New York City 2014 Youth Poet Laureate, Ramya Ramana.
Ooh.
The poem I will be reciting is entitled New York City, dedicated to Mayor Bill de Blasio. A constellated skyscraper, moving gracefully to jazz beat, finding the Gil Scott Heron in all her footwork, gripping the street lights like an eclipse of hymnals. This is home. The lost voices, the heart's devotion to beat and pulse, slow dancing kernels, home to hustle, home to work hard, dream harder, home to move in silence. Let success shatter the glass of hostage echoes. New York City, not lights, not Broadway.
Please welcome New York City 2014 Youth Poet Laureate, Ramya Ramana.
The poem I will be reciting is entitled New York City, dedicated to Mayor Bill de Blasio. A constellated skyscraper, moving gracefully to jazz beat, finding the Gil Scott Heron in all her footwork, gripping the street lights like an eclipse of hymnals. This is home. The lost voices, the heart's devotion to beat and pulse, slow dancing kernels, home to hustle, home to work hard, dream harder, home to move in silence. Let success shatter the glass of hostage echoes. New York City, not lights, not Broadway, not Times Square. It is single mother donating her last meal's worth of money to church. It is the faith in that heart that makes a dead dream worth resurrecting. It is coffee-colored children playing hopscotch on what is left of a sidewalk. It is chalk, outlined, colonized map on a street as dark as the bones of the dead. This we call holy. This we call tough skin, thick-boned. This is New York. We will no longer stay silent to this classism. No more brown stones and brown skin playing tug of war with a pregnant air hovering over them like an aura of lost children. No more colored boy robbed of their innocence. This city always will be the foundation of this country. We are root. We are backbone. We brown. We black. We yellow. We white. We young. We collage of creatures stomping to be reminded of the mammal inside of us. We chance. We deserve. Us opportunity, us new mayor, us new beginning like dancing cocoons, us hope, us fight, us happen, us love, us some good human, us happy, we happy with change. It is a constant baptism to remind us of our holy. We welcome, we family, we congratulate Mayor Bill de Blasio. We are so very honored and pleased to have you. And the congregation says, thank you.
Talk about a piece of writing. Hey.
Hey.
Wow. Thank you so much for exposing us to that work. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. I appreciate that. I received that.
Well, let me give you a proper introduction. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure I can share your website so that way everybody can see it.
Thank you.
Okay, there it is. So without further ado, I would like I have the honor of introducing a friend of mine, someone who inspires me to keep going. We met like oddly at a job. Not gonna even name the company, but we were both teaching in the Bronx, and through like countless conversations, we came to the realization that like, we knew our purpose was bigger than what we were currently not entrapped in, but we're just currently doing at the time.
Yeah.
And it was because of you that I was able to make it as far as I did with that company because,
Wow.
we always looked out for each other, made sure we were okay,
Yeah.
helped each other with kids if we had to, or
Yeah.
whatever we needed. Like it was us two in that building, and we knew that if we were there, we were going to be all right.
Yeah.
And I've gotten the pleasure to see you grow since then. Writer, poet, womanpreneur, um, someone who is inspiring the next generation of youth and helping our country be a better place. So without further ado, I would like to give a round of applause for Ramya.
I'm dead with the applause. Oh my goodness. No, thank you. That was such a kind introduction. It was so generous. I
It was
appreciate
real.
that.
It was real. I try to,
It-
my best to tell the truth.
no, thank you. No, the feeling is mutual. I think like yeah, being in that space, it was definitely great to know that you had like an ally and someone also that we could work with each other and had a shared mission but also like understand okay this is all temporary, it's not the bigger thing that we're pursuing, so that it was equally um as much of a blessing. It was such a blessing to me.
And I don't want it to come off the wrong way as if like we just wasn't doing our jobs, knowing that we wanted to do
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
people clip things and try to remix messages. So we were both very good at what we were doing, but we knew that that just wasn't the
Yeah, for sure,
and
for
it
sure.
is important to know that, like especially when you're in the midst of doing work or a job or working for somebody else. It's like if you know that one day you're going to be working for yourself, doing what you love to do. It's
Yeah,
important to keep like-minded people like that around
yeah,
you because
yeah,
it's easy to get like entrapped in that system of I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to work for somebody else, or I got to be here.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you just always reminded me, it's like no, we have personal projects that we're working on as well.
yeah.
We have dreams and goals that we're working on as well, and this is just a pit stop.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, oh my goodness, so much of my life, I think I made decisions out of survival. And like you said, it's not like we weren't there doing the work that we were supposed to be doing. And I think we did make an impact. I mean, I saw you make an impact, in those boys' lives. And I saw like even like when you were leaving, like all those kids knew your name, so you definitely made an impact. But I agree. It's like, okay, um, how do we kind of make decisions for our lives that are not based on survival, that are not based on, okay, I got to pay my bills, but really like align with what you feel called to do, what you feel like, is the fullest expression of who you are. So I get it. I feel like I was there then, I'm there now. So I definitely co-sign everything you're saying.
Let's. I met you in 2017, so let's start a little
Yeah.
bit before that. When did you start writing, and how did you know that writing was your true love?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think that the first time, I think I've always written. It's interesting because when I was younger, I used to keep a collection of like paper, like stacks of papers, and I always wanted to fill it up with something. And I never really had anything to fill it up with, but I always just imagined that I would just have papers of things to like fill them in with. But I think when I was younger, I wrote as just a form of expression. I mean, it was kind of like, as one of my old mentors, Carvin Lassant, used to say, is like, it's kind of the safest place to be dangerous, and you can just kind of say what you want to say and you're not afraid of the repercussions. And so it was very much like just me journaling, but my journaling just happened to be poems and happened to be things that rhyme and all of that. And I never really kind of set out to be a poet. I think that when I was like in 11th grade, junior year of high school, I think that like towards the end of it was the first time I was like, hey, like I used to say like, I used to tell like a few people And I used to say it like it was a secret, like, hey, I want to be a poet. And I thought it was like this big secret that I can only tell a few people because not everybody would get it. But even then, I think I don't even really knew, I didn't even really know that that's what I really wanted to do. It just kind of happened. Like I joined this organization called Urban Word, and they had free creative writing workshops, and I used to attend. And then I started getting involved in slams, and then the Youth Poet Laureate program, and then scholarships came, and so I kind of just followed the passion, and then it became a career, honestly. And then I was like, okay, I guess this is what I want to do. So I kind of just stumbled into it, honestly. I mean, the passion was there, but I'd never thought it was something that I was gonna like pursue on like as like a life career thing. That just kind of happened.
So what did you want to do before you made that choice to become a writer?
Honestly, I had gone to so many different high schools. At that point, I just wanted to graduate. Like I really just like I not that I didn't have big dreams, I always had like would imagine myself as like, someone that accomplished a lot in life, and I always imagined myself, having a voice. But really like I had gone through so much in high school, and I was constantly going from school to school that it was like I wasn't even expected to graduate high school. So my biggest thing at that time was like, I just want to graduate, like that was like the biggest obstacle in the world to me. And I knew I wanted to be impactful. I knew I wanted to be influential. And it's kind of funny how sometimes like it's almost like your spirit knows um what is going to unfold in your life before it unfolds, because I used to say like, "Oh, I want to be a motivational speaker," or "I want to be someone that speaks on stage." And little did I know that, I would end up doing that, just not like just through poetry. I didn't know that all of that would unfold, but I think I just knew that I wanted to use my voice. I don't know if I really had any of the other details to it, but in those moments I really just wanted to graduate high school and go to college and be catch up with everybody else. I think that was like my main dilemma at the time.
Mm. So my daughter's about to be 13 this year, and
Wow,
yeah, I'm old as shit.
that's a
Um,
special age.
and she's already writing a book.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yeah, she has about like 3 or 4 chapters already done, but now she has
What?
writer's block. So what advice do you give me to give to her? Because now she's like, Dad, I can't do this no more.
I mean, first of all, I feel like she's the one that needs to give people advice. Like you're 13 and you're on your third or fourth chapter. Like she needs to be giving us advice. Um, but I mean, I get it. I think one of the things that I'm learning in my own like writing process as well is like, I think any artist, not just writers, but anybody will tell you like creating is really a muscle, like it doesn't always come when you feel it. And sometimes like we can't always wait for the feeling. We can't always wait for that thing, that flow to come. Sometimes it's like waking up and going to the gym and working out. You don't always feel like it, but you do it anyway. And if something comes out, if you don't like it, that's okay. There's always editing. Writing is always editing. But I think just like, even if you don't like it, like just like a really, for me, this is an exercise that I always do, and it helps me just kind of get whatever like stuck is kind of like stored up in me out. I just set up a timer for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, however long you want, and then you just write. And the only rule is don't put the pen down or don't stop typing. So even if it doesn't make sense, you just keep going until that timer's up. And I think that's a really practical way of just kind of getting it out there even when you don't feel like it. And then you can come back and edit it if you want it more. I think it's between that and then knowing when, you kinda need to just step away from the piece and just, like, take a break, take a day to, like, go walk in a park or do something different and then come back to it. I mean, I don't know where she's at in her progress. I don't
I
know
don't
if
know
she's
where
been,
she's at
like,
either. She just
switching
be
things.
telling me she doesn't want me to read it yet. So
Oh, okay, so it's a surprise.
I don't know where. But see, my friends, I had this story.
Yeah.
My friends don't believe me, but I'm a published poet.
Are you really?
I swear to God. I swear to my family. I'm in 2 books.
Wow.
See,
It's
thank you.
amazing.
You believe me, right?
Of course I do. Yeah.
My
I have no
friends
reason
don't.
not
Wait, wait,
to.
wait, 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 wait. But if you don't know where these books are and
My
you can't
mom has
find
them.
them, how does that count?
My mother has them.
No, she don't.
Yes, she does.
No, she don't. So, all right, so if the mom doesn't have them, his mom doesn't have them, we can't find them anywhere. There's no public record.
It's in the book.
That should be Googleable. What's the name of the book?
Yo, I forgot.
You see? They don't even know the name of the book.
But I used to do poetry.
That's so cool.
Different things.
It's like that, and it's like
I'm,
it's like
I'm published in 2 books. I bought the books.
Allegedly.
it's like that philosophy question. Like, what is it? Like, if a tree falls in the forest, nobody hears it. Did it really fall?
Make a sound. No,
No,
when
but
my
I
shit
believe
has
you.
sound.
If you said you wrote it, you wrote it. You know.
I wrote it 2 beautiful poems, and I quit after that because I was on top.
Wait, what? You quit? Why?
Because I really hit my peak. I was like, I ain't gotta do this no more.
You're like, I'm done. Next
Yeah.
year. I
Man,
get
next
it.
year I published in 2 books. I'm like, well, might as well just leave it at that.
Yeah, you're like, I got this.
Mhm.
What's next for me in life?
Yeah. I was like a poem god when I was younger, you know what I mean? And then I just left it to all the other kids.
Yeah, you left your legacy, and now people can come create from it.
Yes.
Listen,
See?
you gotta share your poem with us at least, or share a poem.
No. My hand broke.
Okay, that I don't believe.
After high school, where did your journey take you?
So in high school, it's actually a crazy story. I wasn't expected to graduate high school because I had gone to 9 different high schools and I was all over the place.
What?
Yes, that's a whole story. But I ended up winning a full scholarship for poetry to St. John's, and so I wasn't even expected to graduate high school, and now I'm at a university and I got a full scholarship. So I ended up going there.
I heard.
Well, oh my God, you guys are killing me with this applause. But I ended up going to college, and then my first semester in college, I became poet laureate for New York City, and then the inauguration happened, and so then my life just started moving really fast because I went from, just starting college to now kind of being in the public light, and I was I was a full-time student, and I was doing anywhere from 5 to 10 shows a week, and I was, responding to press and doing that. So it was like this whole it was my whole life changed, and I was just kind of playing catch up with it for most of the part. But I mean, it was a beautiful journey. So that's kind of like where it started, really. I mean, to answer your question, is after high school, I started St. John's, and then becoming poet laureate. That took up and occupied so much of my life. And then with the poet laureate title came a book deal, and so I was a full-time student. I was poet laureate touring. And I'm not saying this to be like, look at me. I'm just saying like it was a lot on my schedule, and I was only, 19 years old at the time. So it was just this like crazy, it's like the world as you know it completely changes, and you're just kind of catching up to it. And that's how most of that time period was. I was really just catching up to this new life, and trying to figure out how do I belong, and trying to fight imposter syndrome, and like the thought belief that like, oh, I don't really belong here. So a lot of that was like that internal journey of walking into that world.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did you feel any pressure to stay who you was in the mix of all of that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like I always wanted to stay like and I remained who I was. I don't know if I like switched up who I was, but I think like I think I kind of craved normalcy. Like, nothing in nothing in my life felt normal. It was like, everything just changed and you're just like, "Oh, is any of this real?" And I think I kind of missed the small things sometimes. Like, wow, it would be really nice to just like feel like a 19-year-old kid that just going to class. And again, I'm not complaining because I'm super grateful. And, I definitely didn't have it as bad as like, I wasn't like a superstar or anything like that. So, I want to be mindful. I'm not trying to like over exaggerate, my life, but I was trying to catch up to it. So yeah, I did want to like remain normal. And I think there was a time period where I was almost like, I just stopped performing. I stopped like kind of like pushed all of that away because I just really was like, hey, like this life feels like so not real. And I just wanted like a normal life. And like looking back, I'm like, I was really running away from everything I was called to do out of fear because I felt like I wasn't prepared for it and I felt like I wasn't enough or I would mess it up. But, at the time it felt like, no, this is not real. Um, and so yeah, of course, I definitely went through that. And now I'm learning like, I don't have to be afraid of, everything that's in store for me because I'm big in my faith, and I know that if God's called me to something, then I'm gonna be equipped for it. So, but yes, to answer your question, that was definitely a wrestle in my mind for sure.
That must be hard. I could just imagine me doing like when I'm like
9, right? When you was going through that,
when I was in my peak of my poetry, I felt like that too.
they're like kids like
Mm,
offer you their crayons
They offered me everything. It was like lunch, all that shit.
because there was no social media at the time. So how do you like share? Like did they like
They bought the book.
ah, bought the
wow, that's cool.
it's
That's
better than
support.
That's better than the
better
repost.
than
They
reposts.
bought the book.
Yeah, that's true. It's a sale. It's an actual sale.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
cool.
not. I'm nowhere near where you was at, but niggas
No,
got
but no, but it's like it's I feel you.
You're not taking me serious. I'm being so serious right now. That's the crazy thing is I'm being so fucking serious, and you're just trying to be so nice and like, yeah. So, and
No,
you're
I'm
not
taking
taking me
you
serious
seriously.
at all.
I feel like okay, so now I'm like, did you write a book? Like now I don't know if this is like some inside joke that you never wrote this.
No,
And I'm like, I'm the one of like, I don't know where this
I
joke
really am
who's
publishing.
laughing.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I know my mom knows. My mom knows.
Do you have a copy of that poem? Like,
My mother has the copies, but she lost it. But
all
she has
right.
so much stuff, you know.
Can you lose something that never existed?
It existed.
You sure?
You want me to call my mom right now?
No, I don't, because I don't even want you to disturb her with this fantasy. Kind of feel bad for her that you would even call her and put her into this mess.
She's gonna say yes.
Of course, because you're her son. I'm not gonna make you look bad.
First of all, we have a guest here.
You're right. So, when all of this started happening, right? Did you feel any type of like anxiety to put out more content or more work than you were doing prior to getting that scholarship?
That's such a good question. I think because of the book deal, I mean, I had to write. So yeah, that was a part of the book deal. But I think after that, yeah, I think I did because I felt like, it was like everything was kind of moving fast. And I felt like in order to keep up the momentum, I had to put something out. And then I would have so much anxiety because I was such a perfectionist. And I was so scared of what people would say that I would always procrastinate my projects. I would not put stuff out of my own fear. But for sure, I think that was definitely something that I navigated, like the pressure to put out something. But I think, now I'm at a point in my life where I'm recognizing, like, I think like creativity definitely thrives when you give yourself permission to kind of be childlike and to kind of just like go and wonder, and just kind of create like a little kid. And if you put anxiety and pressure and then don't give yourself permission to fail, then it's really hard to create anything because before you even create it, you're already critiquing yourself, So that definitely existed at that time. I think I've learned to be much kinder and gracious to myself as time went on.
You spoke a little bit about that child.
Hold on. Yeah, I got a statement.
Is this
I just want
Okay.
you to read. I just want you
You
to
have to
read
tell 'em.
what my mother said right there. Just read it.
first of all?
I said,
That's how I know she don't take you serious. She started out laugh out loud. I'm actually looking for it now.
see, it's
I
a
hope I
real
find
book. It's a real book
I hope I find it.
because she has the book. Yeah, I think I'm
Well,
playing.
if
looking
you
for
said I'm
someone that
starting to look for it now, that means
a-
it's out
it's-
there somewhere.
Thank you. It's out there. Thank you for all my supporters out there who bought my book.
I believe
Appreciate
so,
y'all.
girl.
Okay. Sounds like she's looking for faith. Maybe it's the Bible. You know?
My uncle's a pastor. We got faith.
So what if she doesn't find it?
I'm still published.
You're
It
still
has my
published,
name
listen.
in the book with my poem.
And I guess the tree still made a sound, right?
Mhm.
Once you find it, you have to post it or share it in the next something so that we all get to experience it.
I don't know if everybody.
How long does it take the police to call off a search party?
I think what 48 hours.
Oh yeah, it's over. She's definitely
She's definitely not doing it.
Yeah, we gonna give her the average time of 48
Wait, what
hours.
is it? No, first 48. That's not a show. After that, it goes cold.
I think so.
Fuck
Is that
it.
how it works?
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
First 48. So
So she's not gonna.
we got a
find
murder
it.
right now.
Okay.
We got 48 hours from
48 hours.
what time is it? 8:41.
Okay.
8:41 Wednesday.
And after that, will you admit that you are not?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, you admit that we couldn't find the book.
No, I admit that she can't find the book.
That's fair. That's fair. I could.
You know, my mom is. She's. No, man, she's doing.
No, don't do that. Don't try to put. No. We're not about to do that. You're not about to put your mom down for this.
You know, she does a lot.
This story. Okay. I never said she was.
Just saying.
I'm saying she's very protective of her son, and she would do almost anything.
But lie. My mom don't lie to me.
I never said she would. All I said is that she would do anything to protect you.
So you still don't believe me? My mom said it's a book.
I never said I don't believe you. No, wait, no. I did say I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But what your mom said, I take into account that she would do anything to protect you.
Look, she said there's too much pressure. She's looking for it.
That's too much pressure. I'm like, oh wow, you played it. You put it on the screen.
She needs more time.
I need more time.
She got 48
Well, it's
hours.
just 48 hours.
Yeah, she got 48 hours. You'll be all right.
But it's 2 murders. So she has technically 2 48s.
You give her all the time. You give it to 2 weeks. She's not going to find it. It's never popping up. We're never going to see it. It's a great thought, but I mean.
All right. So what are you doing now?
I just finished up grad school, but I'm running a blog on my website, and every month I'm trying to start doing it like every 2 weeks, but every month I put out like either a short story or an essay or like nonfiction, fiction kind of stuff. So it's on my website. If you go up and click like blog, it's on Medium. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And maybe starting to create like a newsletter soon, which would be cool. And working on a book. I have no idea what it's called or what it's about right now. I'm just kind of all over the place. So those are the 2 things that I'm mainly working on.
So this is the blog.
Yes, that's my blog.
You said every 2 weeks you try to post something on here?
I right now I've been doing it once a month. I haven't put one out in March, so I'm kind of slacking a little bit. But I'm starting to do it every 2 weeks after probably after my next one.
And in order to like read it, do we have to pay, subscribe?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that if you aren't a Medium member, you have access to like 5 stories a month. Yeah, so I don't know. And then yeah, I think you can also make a free, because there's a paid version, but I think there's also a free Medium account you can make that's like attached to your Google. So
Okay.
yeah, you don't have to pay or subscribe or anything. I mean, if you are a Medium member, you can follow me, which would be great. But you don't have to pay to read my blogs.
What is it? A Medium member?
A media member, yeah. It's
Media.
like
Listen, everybody out there, if y'all want to be a media member, please go and follow her, please.
man, I appreciate that.
Yes,
I
read the
think
blog.
someone just texted you oh, these are YouTube comments. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
You thought this
thinking
was
like
my
someone's
phone?
texting me, these texts are coming up. I'm like, wow, we really know everything people are saying to you. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So did your mom find it yet?
Of course not. We all know the answer to that.
I think she found it. She's just gonna give you. She's just gonna wait like a couple of days and then give it to me.
Got it.
She's
I'll
gonna
be
keep
following up because I want to hear this poem. I want to read it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think the book.
Now you're gonna say, I think I wasn't even in that book.
No, I was in it, but I think the book had to have like disappeared. I think that there was this guy who came one time and then he robbed us for that one book, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
No, this is too much of a coincidence. Why would he rob you of that one book?
It's a collector's item.
See, now you're just telling stories.
No. I'm serious about the writing in the book. So the other stuff I'm not serious
a
about.
collector's item.
That was good though. That was quick.
That
was really quick.
Yeah, spot on.
That was spot on right there.
That was like a nice that was a nice Euro.
Can't Jack.
Luka? Okay, Luka. Yeah. Luka Doncic to the pod.
That's what I'm talking about.
She said no, she didn't find
No.
it.
She's not even looking. She's watching us.
How she's yo?
So she's
the
not
way you just throw her under the bus
because I know she's watching us on the TV. She's not looking. She got to go upstairs. Oh, she got to go downstairs in the basement, do mad shit. Then she got to tell that her back hurts. She got to take a pill. She's not watching.
Just throwing her.
I just want to make sure that she's comfortable when she finds it. And she got to.
That's
the fuck was that?
I don't know. Was that you?
Yeah. It was me.
Oh, I think. Oops. I think I clicked the YouTube link. That might have been. That might have been me. Yeah, my bad. That's probably me.
I was his past self.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time? Oh, forget it. Anyway, let's go.
I got another question.
I'm about to tell you some crazy stories just now. Hold on.
You want to tell
it? I'll tell it. One time, you just scared me. Because one time I got
me.
Yeah, because I thought I just heard myself again. I saw myself walking, and then my body walked, and then my other body behind me walked to the bathroom. And then
you were out of your body?
Yes.
When did this happen?
That sounds like acid.
No, I don't know what it was. It wasn't acid.
You sure?
Oh, okay, wait. So walk me through it. So you do you remember where you were? Like, do you have?
No, I was home. And hold on, Mama. No, she's upstairs looking for the damn book. I was home. I was with some people, and you know. Then I went to. I got too many people in here right now. I don't know who's listening.
Be careful.
Yeah, choose my words wisely. Then I had to use the bathroom. So then I thought I got up, but I did get up because I saw my fucking body get up, and then my real body got up, and then I saw another body behind me get up and all walk to the bathroom and pee, and then I walked.
It was all you.
It was all me. And then I walked all three of my asses back to the couch and went to sleep.
You were sober. You were completely sober.
Hell no.
Oh, you weren't.
Oh. No.
That's why. I was about to say, like, I thought this was some supernatural story. And
no. This is just when I heard my voice, I thought I was going through it again. You scared me.
Oh, it was like deja vu.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's funny. That's kind of wild, though. I don't think I've ever heard a story like that before. I've heard of stories like being out of your body, but not like three people, like three versions of yourself. That's kind of wild.
It was scary as shit.
I bet it was.
Wouldn't do that again.
10 out of 10. 1 out of 10 do not recommend.
How long ago was this?
About the mansion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah, that was when you couldn't come to the mansion.
No, I was in another state.
being right where you're supposed to be. No, you just keep the mansion out of that.
That's cool.
How long ago was that? About what?
When I was
7?
in school?
Yeah, 7 years, 8 years. 9 years?
Almost 6, 8 years.
Sounds-
About 8, 10 years.
Sounds about right.
Wow, you're a wild boy.
I don't know who's watching, but I'm sorry.
Oh,
You got a question?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So I want
I
to
do,
know.
but I'm just gonna get. It's gonna come back to me.
All right. So I want to know. You spoke about like that feeling of being a kid. There's like a saying that when we're kids, we spend our childhood wanting to be adults, and then when
Yeah.
we're adults, we spend our adulthood wanting to be a kid.
yeah.
Now, from the creator's perspective, how do you get that joy, or do you get that joy of being a child again through your writing?
Yeah, I think such a good question. I think
Yeah,
it's
your
almost
question's
like you kind of
on
have to.
point today. Like that's crazy.
I appreciate
I like that's a really good question.
that. Thank you.
It was a powerful question.
Right?
Like, yeah, it's. I think so much of it is like I think positioning myself to be childlike even before I create. Like just for myself as a person. And I think that then out of that, like the childlikeness, even in creating, will come because when you think of like children are really impressionable in that way. Like if you tell them like they're superheroes, if you tell them they can fly, they'll believe you, and they'll really try to, and there's something that is and even if they fail, they're okay with it, and there's something that's really beautiful about that, and I think that the more that I go with that approach in life in general, it kind of bleeds into my creativity because that kind of childlikeness, it's hard to turn on and off, and I don't know if it's meant to be made. I don't know if it's meant to just be turned on and off. I think we're meant to kind of live in a childlikeness. I mean, obviously we have the maturity of adults, and there's wisdom in that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but like I think just like allowing myself to like have joy in life in general, whether that be little things even when life is hard, like my friendships and like things that I can find that make me laugh. I think the easier that or the things or when I choose things that like bring me ease, I can kind of remind myself that it exists, and then it's easier for me to create from that place. But when I don't do that, I think I it is hard to create because I don't know like what that kind of ease feels like unless I'm cultivating it in my daily life. I don't know if that made any sense or if I'm just kind of talking over my head right
You
now.
made
But I'm just like I'm trying to like express what's going on in my mind with my words, but I don't know if it's like correlating or not.
No, it correlated because my son,
Uh-huh.
he swears he's Spider-Man, but he got mad because he couldn't climb the wall the other day.
Right, right.
Like he was like, "Why can't I climb this wall?" I was like, "Cause you're not really Spider-Man." Like he's like, "But you can climb the walls, right?" I'm like, "No, I can't." Right?
You should have tried.
I did. I showed him I couldn't do it. I was like, "Yeah, I can't climb this wall." I was like, "No, I'm Super Dad." He goes, "Nah, there's Superman. There's no Super Dad."
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's
but
crazy.
but yeah,
he
no,
might
like
have to really climb those walls.
if he climbs that wall, I'm gotta give him away or something like that. There's no way. There's something wrong with him if he climbs that wall.
Well, it's the
But
same
what
thing
it
even with your daughter, like her writing a book, she's 13 years old, and she's really going for it. I mean, I know that's like more like a teenager, but there's like something really bold and courageous about that, and the confidence in that. I think that's why I'm saying she has to give us advice because I think there's a lot we could learn from that.
I actually think her book is about either a kid with like a disability or some shit like that,
Oh,
or
wow.
bullying. Either one of those. It was like one of those type of things where she was like really like passionate about talking about and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's really powerful.
yeah, I told her to talk to you, and she never did. Leah.
About the book?
Mhm.
Oh, you should. Yeah, you should have told me that you want her to talk to me.
I told her to do it.
Well, yeah, she is 13. She can speak up. Keep
If
forgetting
she
her.
wanted to do it, she could. Like, she,
Yeah. I'm thinking Leah's like 8 or something like
No,
that. No, yeah, she's a whole teenager. She'll be
yeah.
all right.
When she's ready, she'll do it. She has whatever. So what is like one of your what's your favorite thing to write about at this point in time?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of like whatever comes to my mind. I think lately I have, funny enough, we're talking about childhood and childlikeness. I think maybe the reason why I like talking about it is because I like writing stories about childhood because I think childhood is so formative, like if you think about your life as a child, there were so many moments that are formative. As adults, our life is continually formative, but it's almost formative based off of events or based off of things that happen to us. Um, versus like a child, everything is influencing you in the way you receive it. So I don't know, I guess I've just been really interested in writing about that, writing about how coming of age, like how you experience things, how it informs how you view things, how you view yourself. And there's just something really beautiful and simple about that. Also, I guess lately I've just been thinking about like how do you take like the most complex subjects and write them in the most simple and pure way possible. And that's always seems to be like the magic of what a poet can do. But, I don't know if I've ever mastered that. I always feel like I write too much and then I have to like cut and chop and chop. But my favorite poets can just write about these big things in such few words. And so I've been fascinated by that lately. And I'm just trying to figure out, man, how do you do that? How do you just say the thing that needs to be said? So I think those are the main things that I'm interested in. But what about you guys? I don't know if you like, I know you're running this podcast, but I don't know what your kind of creative endeavors are outside of this.
Take it.
Um,
I think we have like two different.
yeah, I do like writing as well. I'm more of
Mhm.
like a free writer. I don't have any like
Cool.
structure to what I write. I'm starting to getting into like the videography and photography as well. So I've been like learning those two things. So if you ever want to do like a photo shoot or something like that,
We
we
got you.
got you.
Yes, I'm so down. That's so cool.
Yes, we'll
Or
definitely.
even a
definitely-
video. Like we could do videos too. Like if you want to come to the studio and shoot a video,
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
that's
could
so
do that.
cool.
yeah. We got all the equipment that you need is here. So
Wow.
definitely let us
For
know.
sure.
And that's about it for me. And teaching, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a cheat because you're like ultimate teacher. Like that's not fair. Like
What do you mean?
you like the teachers teacher, nigga. Like you teach the teachers. Like,
Yeah, no, honestly, you
that's
gotta
not fair.
give
Like the teachers want to be you. Like,
Nah,
yes.
bro, you made a
No,
whole school.
James is like that
Well,
teacher.
I'm he's lying.
He's like
Legend.
MVP of teachers.
Mm-hmm.
No, like honestly.
And then
I
he
appreciate
got to be subtle about it. And yeah, teaching.
No. He's the teacher. He's like the teacher that all the kids want to be around.
Exactly. So we got to
Appreciate that.
boom one of them kids.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. But yeah, that's all I've been working on outside of the podcast.
Me, I don't read or write. Like,
Well, I don't know why'd you say it like that. Because you definitely read and write. Like
I'm looking at you.
you made it sound like I've
No.
never read. I don't even know how to write. Like no, you don't read and
I just wrote my poem and started writing. Actually, my mother found it.
No, she did not.
Yes, she did.
No, she did not.
My nigga, she found it. Nah, I ain't reading this shit.
Let me see.
Nah, because you're gonna look at my shit right there, bro. Look at that shit. I don't trust you. I can't.
Yo, he showed me a printed out piece of paper on a bulletin board.
That's not.
You see the
No,
lines?
you didn't.
I was never. I was never
My
published.
shit was
My
published.
teacher lied.
No,
to me.
this
Who was the teacher?
This was multiple. This is my poetry, my poetry year. Nigga, I was going crazy.
All right, but it's a piece of paper. Anybody could do that.
No, it was in the book.
No, it's not.
All right, well, listen. First of all, I'm just dealing with my real estate stuff. I'm trying to make like, and then a lot of like trying to formulate a lot of connections to make this thing go up from here.
Yeah, that's real.
Like whatever I could do. Like even if I gotta do more poetry one day, I gotta have to do it. You know what I mean? So it's just,
Hey, that'll
Are you still in New
skyrocket.
York? Are you still in New York?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your question. Yeah. I'm still in New York. Yeah. I'm in Long Island right now, but yeah, still in New York.
Why you didn't come in? Why you didn't come in person?
Because you guys are all the way in the Bronx, and that is a 2.5-hour trek for me.
Shit, wait, what the? It's good. I feel stay right there. All
I
right,
mean,
listen.
I have nothing but love, you know. But
2.5 hours. Where you live in the Hamptons?
no, that's further out for me. But I live in a town like Stony Brook. I don't know if you know like Stony Brook University,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Stony Brook Hospital. I live by there, so
That's
it's about
two
yeah,
and a half.
it's 2.5 hours. Yeah, from the Bronx, yeah, it's like 2.5 hours.
We
Cause
literally at the bridge.
yeah, it's far. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have. I would have. And honestly, if it was warmer, maybe. But
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's mad cold.
I have nothing but love. But I was like 2.5 hours. I don't know. It might be a lot.
All right, bro, I ain't mad at that.
I gotta go up there actually Saturday to but I'm going by like Mastic. Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not.
my little cousin just opened up a smoke shop and he wants us all to go up there.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Don't know if I
Good
could do
for him.
Saturday. I might have to go to my nephew's game, but if I
No,
don't,
I'm going late though, like 6, 7.
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
should
go. I'm
work.
gonna
That
go
should work.
stop by. Yeah, he just opened his own smoke shop. It's called Exotic Smoke Shop, some shit like that. I don't know,
Oh wow, I
but
didn't
it's
know.
yeah, it's in I don't know where it's at, but it's up there.
That's really cool. Yeah.
This is a
You'll have
great
to send it to
GPS
me. I
right
mean, I
there.
can, maybe share it with I only know like one
Yeah, the
person, so
grand open is actually this Saturday. I'm gonna post it in the chat and in our Instagram and Facebook.
okay. I'll be sure to
But
check
yeah,
it
it
out.
is. It's grand opening on Saturday, and I'll be out there to support.
Awesome. That's cool. That's amazing.
Do
Got
you have any questions for
businesses.
us?
Huh?
Do you have any questions for us?
Ooh, I don't know. I guess I would just love I'm waiting on that poem, you know? But yeah, that'll come when it comes.
I gotta get the book one. I got the other
Yeah,
one.
See if it's
yeah.
on it.
I don't know the name of the book.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You know the author? Type.
I know the author, me.
Yeah, put written by person last name.
But you know, I sometimes like when I Google, like I'm not the first one to come up.
Ah,
You
gotcha.
know what I mean? I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. You know, I'm just trying to help you at this point because, I mean, I have my beliefs, so I'm just trying to.
Oh, so my daughter's book is about a special needs student getting bullied. That's what it's about.
Your
Oh,
daughter's book?
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
nice.
wow. That's so powerful. Oh my God. Especially for her to be 13 writing a book about that. Like, that takes so much courage and empathy.
I was about to say that's like social justice warrior ass.
Yeah.
Trying to
I
like
mean, when
fight
I was
for
She
change.
13,
she
I
does
don't
like a lot of that shit. Like she is like she's like the good kid in school. Like
mm,
she doesn't like do bad. Her friends be trying to get her to curse, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna get in trouble."
Mhm.
Like I just like, oh, that they was picking on this, and she told me like they be picking on like this kid with autism, and she hates it, and like she's like, I gotta stop them, and she does all that shit all the time. She's been like that forever. Like
wow.
she's
She's a real caretaker.
yeah, she is. She
And she's
takes
the
care of me.
oldest?
Yeah.
And your son is how many years younger than her?
He's 3, gonna be 4.
Oh, wow. Oh, so he's a baby.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
jerk.
wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, I have a 4-year-old niece who that's who you guys were hearing earlier, so I definitely
Oh, that's the one
get
that
it.
farted.
She didn't fart. She does fart sometimes, but she was definitely wasn't farting. But
That's
I
funny.
get it, that 3, 4-year age. I mean, I hear her right now in the background. It's a wild age. It's a
When's the
lot
next time you're gonna be in New York?
Um, I don't know. I may have something coming up this weekend. Actually, I think I might be in the city on Friday. Yeah, this upcoming Friday. I have a show at a high school actually. So I'm gonna be doing it with this collective that I'm part of. So I'm excited for that. But yeah. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate this. It was fun. It was fun getting to chat with you after so long, and it was nice to meet you, Justin, right?
Yes, nice to meet you
Yes,
too.
it was nice to meet you. Thank you guys for having me.
Of
Oh, she's
course.
dubbing us? You leaving us already?
I mean, my computer's
Let's see.
on 9%, but I could stay. I wasn't sure, like, I don't want to go
Damn, we
over.
ain't even talked about Will Smith yet.
Oh, I have no comments. I have nothing to say. I thought it was funny. I'm here for the tea. I'm here for the mess. That's really about it.
Oh, Lon says she's far, so that's good.
Yeah, I am. I'm far.
Lon says she's far.
I was about to say, because
That's far.
Lon is far.
All right, so my cousin's smoke shop is on 423 William Floyd Parkway in Shirley. I don't know if that's close to
Okay.
you.
Let me write that down. 423 William Floyd Parkway, right?
Right.
Okay. In Mastic.
Shirley.
Oh, Shirley. Oh, wow. My best friend lives in. I was just in Shirley today. Okay, cool. Thank you. I will definitely, because I should be picking her up sometime this week. So but it opens Saturday, so probably next week. I'll
Yeah. Just let them know that we referred you.
Okay,
Tell
we'll
them you
do.
sign.
Will do.
Yo,
So,
you should tell him what?
give you something. Just give me something.
Do they sell, like, what do they, I mean, I know it's a smoke shop, but I don't smoke. So, like, is there anything I could get there for just in general? Like, anything else that I could, because I would love to support.
Like to non-smoke?
Yeah, for like a non-smoker.
Do they got like t-shirts?
I have no idea, but you could buy one of our t-shirts. I'll send it over there.
Either way, I'll go. I'm definitely gonna go check it out. Maybe they'll have candy, you know?
Special candy.
Oh, special candy.
So if someone like if my school wanted to book you
Mm.
for a performance, how would they go about doing that?
I mean, you know me. I guess you know, just through you or
Okay.
through email, through text or anything. Just, you know, yeah. I guess it was really simple. I'm pretty accessible in that way. I think, I mean, most people are. So yeah, just reaching out. Yeah, that would be great, you know. I would love to come and talk to your kids and perform in front of them, or you know, answer any questions they may have. That'd be super cool. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Can you come over here and perform for us so we can record it?
In the Bronx?
Whenever you come, like it's not. Well, if you gotta go to his school. His school's in the Bronx.
I'm just joking.
Oh,
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah, it'll be cool for us to get that like some backstage
When the
stuff.
weather is nicer.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you
what's
know,
nice weather for
Yeah,
you?
what's
Because
good?
it's about to be like in the 60s.
On Thursday.
I know, but it's gonna be raining on Thursday.
50-50 chance, so it's like
Yeah,
you're
I
a
guess
glass half
so.
full, glass half empty type of person.
Yeah, that's true. Because it was like
Oh, you
70s.
gotta choose which one you are this way, huh?
Yeah. I was like 70s the other week, so we'll see. Hopefully the weather will get better. It's like on and off these days. Yeah.
It's too cold today. Today it was too cold, bro. My nipple
It
was
was
hot.
cold. It was windy. That's what makes it bad. It's just wind, and then it was
Yeah, the wind was killing me. It was like I was crying and shit. Like you know when you walk and your tears come out your eyes because you was so cold.
Yes, that's the worst.
And then everybody want to have cars, so there's no parking. Like
Oh my God, when I was at St.
Yo, did you
John's,
find parking today?
Uh,
No, because you drove here.
no, I have parking. I just had to go somewhere before.
Yo, I get no parking at all.
oh, that's tough.
That's nasty.
Yeah, because nobody wants to go inside. It's so cold.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's tough. It is super cold. When I was at St. John's, it used to be a golf course, so it's very hilly there, and Queens in general is very. So the wind, when it hit, it would hit so bad, and sometimes like I would be walking back to my dorm, and the wind would literally move me. Like it was that intense. Like the wind is the worst. That when it's cold, it's really the wind that kills you.
How was that St. John's experience? Because I heard St. John's is really ratchet.
My daughter wants to go there.
I mean, it was cool. I think like my first, I mean, not that I never went to a party. I did here and like, yeah, there were parties. I definitely went to parties, but It was cool. Like I think my first year I didn't go to as many like as I would have. So I was kind of, it was there. I mean, parties weren't really like insane. They weren't like crazy. But then after that, my junior year, I was working so much, so I didn't really go to parties after that. So I don't know. I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I'm not saying I've never been, I've never seen anything crazy, but
Mhm.
I I wasn't like as in the scene, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, because even the people that I know that I think people had expectations that it would be more fun and more crazy, and it wasn't as fun or crazy as they wanted it to be. So I don't know if it was as ratchet as maybe like people think it is. Or I don't know when your friend went there, so maybe it was a different time.
Mm.
Well, one of my favorite people in the world went there.
Oh
J.
yeah?
Cole.
Yes, he
You went to St.
did
Joe?
go
Mhm.
there. He did.
Yeah, he went there when Ashley was there.
Oh, I did not know that.
Mhm.
Oh
He
wow.
did go there, yeah.
He did
He came
the.
back for a concert, when
Mhm.
he did Forest Hills Drive. Forest that's the name of the album, right?
Mhm.
Um, he that I was there then, and he came back and he did a concert, and I've had a few friends who saw him on campus or saw him around, like, he used to just be around because I think he did or he lives in Queens or he was living in Queens or something. So him and, like, his Dreamville group, they used to, like, be around, like, very humble, like, I've never met him, but, I've heard stories of people who met him on campus, and they said he was so humble, so regular, just, like, very chill person.
Best
Um,
rapper alive.
Okay.
what'd you say?
Best rapper alive.
Yeah, I do love J. Cole. I haven't heard a lot of his
She
new stuff, but I do love J.
did
Cole.
not agree with
Yes,
you.
he did.
No, she did not.
That's an agreement.
I kinda agreed. I did co-sign it a little bit.
Thank you.
Yo,
Thank you. Thank you.
that's because she's
She
in the.
co-signed my book. She co-signed J.
No,
Cole.
she don't believe that book. Do you believe that book?
She said
I mean, I don't know, the more the time goes on, the more I'm not sure. But I
yes.
did believe it at first.
Yeah, she don't believe that book.
Like, you're gonna have to prove y'all wrong one day.
I don't
Yeah.
see that happening. It was a nice dream, though. Isn't that what J. Cole teaches y'all to dream?
Yeah, he does. He does talk about
You gotta
that.
dream. I see the influence there.
See how you correlated those two things.
Well, I try.
Oh, we're on our toes today.
Yeah. We hear the pod. We hear the pod. Other than the like writing and stuff like that, like where else do you find joy?
I mean, I think for me, like, my faith is a huge part of, who I am, my identity, kind of the foundation that my life is built on. So really, like, I love, walking in it, not to be like corny or cliche or anything, but I think that that is really where my ultimate joy comes from. And I think that, and for me, I love encouraging people. I love like empowering other people. So when I see other people like, when you just see victory in other people's lives, like, especially if you've walked with people in your life, friends or family, and they've been through things, and you've kind of walked with them through trials, and then you get to see them on the other side. Like, to me, I love that. Like, I love a good, like, victory story. I believe everybody has it. So I think that definitely brings me joy. Um, and then I just love, like, I don't know, like, my dream is to, like, I mean, I'm sure we all have this dream of like owning a penthouse, like, and like having, my own place, like home ownership. And I would love to host events and host people in my home. I think, I mean, that's really simple, but like, I think a lot of us probably have that dream of home ownership. That's
When you're
probably
ready to
something
buy that
that,
home, let me know.
huh? What'd you say?
When you're ready to buy that home, let me know.
I will. Oh my God. Well, we have to talk because I would be, I mean, not that I'm ready in faith. I don't know if I'm ready with all the papers right now, but
We could
I would,
we could definitely sit down and have a conversation about that.
yeah, that would be so cool. I would be so interested in learning about what that process looks like. But yeah, I mean, I think home ownership. What about you guys? What brings you joy?
Mine is simple. Making sure my kids are good in the future and making sure my team is good in the future.
Mm.
Like I don't care for the big house. I don't care for the. We had this conversation 2 weeks ago about it. Like
Mhm.
with like a audience. What was it? Like I don't want to be the. I don't mind being like really rich and famous and all that shit like that. But I don't need it. Like I can have a
Yeah.
small group of people where they support us and they do everything that they help us out and we are wealthy and giving back and doing everything like that. I'm okay with that type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Have a nice home, have my kids, have everything like that, my family, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do and just be happy at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
I would say for me, I guess what brings me joy is this seeing through projects. So like starting something and then seeing it all the way through to the end. Whether it be like a book or writing or like when we got like the basketball courts renovated. Just seeing something start from an idea all the way to a finished product. Like I just love that process of
Wow.
start to finish. Like that whole in between, almost like like what's the best way I could think of it? Like a tombstone, right?
Yeah.
As ironic as it is, like you have the start date and the end date, but that squiggly line in between is like the most important part of the tombstone because that
Yeah.
whole process from beginning to end is like where you live the most. So
Mhm.
that's what brings me joy.
That's powerful. I like that. You have such a like a business innovator mindset.
Tombstone shit was type fire.
Yeah, that was such a cool
Monday.
like way to describe
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate that.
Yo, what?
Hey, we here. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's a Monday pod.
Yeah, Monday pod.
We don't play around on Mondays.
No. We have good conversations on Mondays. Man, that was fucking good.
Is this your first podcast?
I've done podcasts before, but not like this. It's usually like just like they record it and then like we'll just like sit in person, they'll record on a tape or a phone and then it'll be a podcast. This is my first like,
Oh, so you
you
trying to
know.
say they're not like us? Got you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what
I understand. Yeah, I heard that out there.
No shade, no shade.
Shade.
Yeah, you know, it's
But
getting nice
my
outside.
It's getting nice outside. You put your shades on, babe. Put your shades on. Let's go.
but I do hear my niece crying in the background and my dog is knocking on my door. So I
Oh,
do
he knows
have
how
to
to knock on your door.
yeah, not like scratching. He's like scratching. So I do have to head out actually, I think now because he's kind of knocking. But it was so great talking to you guys. It was really nice to catch up with you, James, after so long. It was nice to meet you, Justin. You got to give me that poem as soon as your mom finds it and keep
I'll
me
send it.
updated.
I'll send it to you. I'm not sending it to them. I'm sending it to you.
Okay, cool. And yeah,
I'm
and I
dead
would love
serious. I'm gonna send it to you. I got it right now,
okay, cool. Sounds good.
but I gotta read it over first. I gotta proofread it. I might have to like scribble some lines out of that shit or something.
Oh, well, so where can the people follow you and
Yes.
find you?
Yeah, my Instagram is my name, RamyaRamana. It's also my Twitter. Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, and then my website's on my Ramya Ramana, my first last name .me as my website. And all my other stuff is on there too. So my blog and everything. And yeah, I'd love for you to follow me, message me, chat. I'll be super excited super excited to hear from people.
Yes, please, everybody, all of our followers, all our supporters, please go follow her and support everything she does. Like y'all support us. Anything else you want to say before you got to get out of here?
Just thank you. I mean, thanks for having me. This was fun. I enjoyed the conversation a lot. And to learn about your poetry. Oh my god. That's so funny.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for giving us your time, and we hope to work together in the future. That's the
Yes.
goal. We definitely
I
want to do
look
some
forward to it.
collaboration.
Me too. All right.
All right.
Have a good
Have a
night.
good
Good night.
All right.
Bye.
That was fun.
Yeah. Talk about my fucking book.
Yo, just give it up. It
I
doesn't
have
exist.
the images right here.
Yo, you know when like a kid doesn't want to believe Santa Claus isn't real? It's like you have that type of.
One of my
That's
baby
a
moms
strong
still
belief.
believes Santa Claus is real.
No comment. How was your weekend?
I'm Sorry. I mean that though.
No comment.
Shit, my weekend. Oh, I had cold all weekend. I had a very, very good weekend.
Did you watch anything?
Nope.
I'm trying to find something good to watch.
Me too. I was just about to say that. Like, what is there to watch?
Well, on Sundays,
I heard Top Boy was good.
I can't get into. I really can't get into shows unless I want to. I can't just jump into a show that like everybody has already finished watching. It's like right now I'm watching Power, and I low key. I'm gonna make a bold statement here when it comes to Power.
I haven't seen it, so
It's not gonna no spoiler.
I really don't even care.
All right, cool. So then, I feel like when you really look into these last two books, I think
Which books are you talking about? The one with Tariq?
Yes.
And then
that's a good point. So the Tariq one and the Tommy one.
Oh, okay. Well, not the Kanan.
Not the Kanan. I think Tommy is the better actor.
Yes.
Tariq is the better lead character.
No.
Watch both books.
I don't want to.
The reason why I say that is because I'm on Twitter, right? So when you watch, like, Twitter is like, especially Black Twitter, it's like we talk about things pretty much in real time, right? So when Power comes on, everybody's tweeting about it, and that's the good thing about Twitter. I feel like Tommy doesn't force the audience to feel an emotion, in the sense of even when you think about him when he was the B character, he didn't really make you feel a way. It was just more so you liked him because he was ruthless.
Okay.
Right? He was like the referee of the streets.
Okay.
But I feel like Tariq's character is so good that he makes you feel an emotion. You either
because you
love him,
you hate him.
You either love him or you hate him, or you empathize with him.
Yeah. But you hate him as in every character. Like when he was on with the shit with Ice Cube, he was a badass little kid. You hated him too.
But that's good acting. That's good acting.
I got you.
To make somebody feel an emotion, so it's like when Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness, like he made you feel like empathetic towards his experience. Like I feel like with Tommy, you don't, at least for me, and since I've been watching, I don't feel anything when I'm watching the show. It's just like I'm just watching his story. As opposed to Tariq, it was like, I kind of like this kid. Or I don't like this kid. Or I like that he did that. Or I feel like, oh, that was a dumb move. Or I can empathize with that. Like, when it comes to Tommy, I don't know, maybe if it's because of the way his story has been written, but I feel like I just don't feel anything when I'm watching. There's no energy between me and the show when I'm watching it. But with Tariq, it was like when he got locked up, it was like, stupid little dumb nigga. Like, you felt the way. Like, you felt the way. But with Tommy, it's like, all right, Tommy, if he gets locked up, he gets locked up.
Yeah.
Right, whatever. It's just a part of the story.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't watched it yet because...
you watch Power? Would you agree? You too? No? You disagree or you don't watch Power? Oh. So you disagree? Oh, see?
Yo, Lon, chill out.
What happened?
Nothing.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
Shout out to Lon, man.
Just don't worry about it.
Shout out to Lon.
I mean, I don't watch it. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I got turned off after, like, once Power finished and Ghost is dead. Then once that Tariq shit popped up, that shit wasn't like really catching me.
It definitely went on the series definitely went on a decline after that, but I feel like it was because the first book caught everybody by surprise. Like we didn't know what we was getting into, so we didn't.
And then did you feel like you had to continue watching it because you watched it already? Because I feel like that about The Walking Dead. Like I gotta finish ending it because I watched it for so many seasons. I might as well just finish it.
That's fair. Yeah. I think so.
So you feel like that?
I feel like
so
if I would
have watched the Power Book 2, I felt like I would have to watch everything else. Since I just stopped right then and there, and I didn't like the first initial 3 episodes of Power Book 2, I didn't have to watch it anymore.
That's fair.
Because it's like 4 seasons came out after that, and I still haven't watched that one.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing out on much.
Exactly.
Definitely not missing out on much. I just feel like they took Ghost out too early. I think they could have had him in one more book, just so we could see.
Is he in Kanan? As a young, he has to be young Ghost, right?
No,
See,
he wasn't, right? He wasn't in the Kano one.
But
No.
that's dumb. Then, like, if that's his.
Remember, Kane is older than them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so he's older, and they captured Kanan's like young to teenage years. I feel like they're gonna be. He may be in book 2, or the second part of that book, whatever.
But
2.5,
that would be good to bring him back into that. But like
it's not that deep.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that deep for him to be into that one. But I do think they finished off the character of Ghost too early. I feel like they probably should have killed him in Power Book 2 just to help Tariq set up to be the main character. I feel like it was just too hard of a cutoff.
I just want him to just go to Tariq and be like, "You dumb little nigga," one more time. Like
he basically did. I mean, like if you see Power
Like,
Book 2, he basically did that.
Oh, he did?
Basically, in a way.
You can say it. I don't give a fuck.
So, spoiler alert for those who didn't watch it, but that was like a long time ago. But so Tariq gets locked up.
Oh.
And in jail or something, it was something like that. Like I think he was in jail and he got a letter. So his pops wrote a letter to him before he died, right? So Tariq gets the letter, and it's basically like, "You stupid nigga, I know this was gonna happen to you. Now you in jail. Think about the dumb shit that you did." That's basically what the letter said.
Oh, that's.
And then Tariq just sat there looking stupid. And
dumb nigga.
Yeah, that was funny. That might have been the funniest part of that whole book. That moment right there. But yeah, that's my hot take about Power. Go watch it to support 50 Cent.
Yeah.
And what him and Courtney Camp, I think her name is, got going on. That's another reason why I watch. Support Black businesses. I'm always down for that. But
and support us if you're out there, man. Support us. Go to our Patreon right now. Go to patreon.com.
Oh, yeah, let me share that screen.
There we go. Share that screen, baby. Why I talk about this, man? Let's go to patreon.com or go to Patreon on your app on your phone. Go to the Apple Play Store. Go to the iTunes Store. Whatever the hell you got to do, go get the Patreon app. Put 40 Central in the search bar. We're the only ones that pop up. We're going to share the screen right now just for a small $5 a month, $10 a month, or $25 a month. You can help us support our dreams and making a better podcast, more content, more everything for you guys. Take it away, brother man.
Yeah, so just to reiterate everything that he said, you can download the Patreon app, as you can see up here.
Yeah, they good.
Oh, okay. So here you can see on the top, patreon.com/40 Central. Just download the app, search for 40 Central, 40 Central. You'll be able to pick one of 3 memberships. If you're starting off at the entry level, $5 a month, you'll be able to get 1 bonus video a month. You'll get access to the Telegram group, and you'll be able to get ad-free content once we become monetized on YouTube. Then you have the Buffalo package, 2 bonus videos a month, free backstage item if you come to one of our shows. Shout out to our 2 lovely guests that are with us here today. Ad-free content, access to the Telegram group. And for the $25 a month, you'll become a boss here at 40 Central. Shout out to our bosses that we have, Thomasina and Miss Lisa.
And Dez.
And
Dez. My cousin did it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shout out to Dez.
Shout out to
Dez.
Shout out
to Dez. Definitely shout out to Dez.
That's Elijah's mom, by the way. That's my cousin's mom.
Shout out to Miss Dez. Let me be respectful. Shout out to Miss Dez. We appreciate y'all being bosses at 40 Central. So we're going to make sure we shout you out every single show. And you'll be able to, once we start filming the documentaries, you'll be the only ones that have that. You'll be able to get backstage content. You'll be able to have votes when it comes to 40 Central decisions, 2 bonus videos, backstage items, free backstage item if you come to a show, and access to our Telegram group.
First of all, but just be honest with y'all, like we've throwing so much content up there, man. I don't know if Princess says she's 25.
Oh yeah, yo, listen. It's been a wild weekend. Yes.
Wow.
Shout out to her for doing that. She also became a chairwoman for the show. Yes, that is true. So, we're striving to get better every day.
Yeah.
So because of all the people
I'm gonna be real. Like we did say one extra bonus video a month, 2 bonus extra videos a month, 3 months. We've already put up like 3. What'd you put? 3, 4 already?
Yeah. So
like we throwing content up right now. So y'all better get it while it's hot.
Yeah.
Because when y'all can't get all that, and y'all gonna miss that shit. So
yeah. So right now, because we don't have the documentary series, our first episode ready, we're just giving everybody access to all the extra content that we've been creating. But once we start doing the docuseries, which is going to be in the spring, those videos will be exclusively for the bosses, and then we're gonna go back to what each tier is designed to do. So if you're $5 shot o'clock package, you'll get 1 bonus video. Buffalo package 2, chairwoman, you're getting access to everything that we do.
And we putting up some dumb shit.
Yeah,
but it's some good dumb shit.
Yeah, that Kev singing.
That Kev singing shit was funny.
That Kev singing.
You should have put the other one up there.
What other one?
When Corey was singing. Nigga picked him up and spun him around like Will Smith.
I didn't put that in there?
You didn't put that one in
I don't think anybody sent me that.
Oh, I can send that.
Yeah, send that to me. I think that's what it was. Somebody sent me the video that
I sent you that one. That shit was hilarious. Nigga jumped on him and nigga twirled him around. Did you see it?
I saw it. I was like, yo, I'm glad I didn't go with him that night because that seemed like
you should have came.
A wild time. Nah.
It really wasn't.
It looked like it. I didn't need to be a part of that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Will Smith then? Smacking Chris Rock? I think it was fake.
Should we play the video?
I think the whole world's seen it by this time.
Okay. All right. I got mixed emotions about this because there's so many different angles in which we could tackle this from. So let's just go off the premise that it was real.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's go off of that. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was real,
right,
and Chris Rock said what he said, knowingly that his wife is going through what she's going through.
She has alopecia.
Okay, so let's say that is true, and Chris Rock knew that, and he still said the joke. It's a lot of ifs, but let's just say that's the case. And Will Smith heard it and approached him and smacked the spit out his mouth.
Did you? Okay, go ahead.
So now, let's say that's the truth. Let's start with the question, is Will Smith wrong? In my opinion, absolutely not.
I agree with you.
You disrespect my wife in public, you get dealt with in public. And people saying all these things about like, oh, it's making black men look bad, whatever. There's so many other things that I could point to that y'all niggas do on a daily basis that make black people look bad. There's just no point in even going down that road. Like, I hate when people make those arguments because they like pick and choose. They'll say something like, oh, Will Smith made us look bad, but then let's see what I can compare it to. But we'll repost people disrespecting homeless people on the train. Shit like that. Like, you don't pick and choose when you're gonna say, oh, it's okay for black people to do it this time, but they can't do it this time. No. Disrespect somebody's wife, you get dealt with in public, that's fair. Do I feel like Chris Rock handled it the right way? I think he did it perfectly.
I think he did.
I think it could have been better, but I think he did it
damn
near perfectly.
This is all assumptions that is real.
This is all of the assumption that is real.
Okay.
Right? I think if Chris Rock wanted to do it better, what I think he could have did was when Will Smith was walking to the stage, he could have like de-escalated the situation by like making a joke about it.
But I don't
running
think,
around like, oh, Will's coming. It would have de-escalated it a little bit.
On the assumption that it was real, I didn't think that he knew what was going to happen.
And but you make a joke about somebody's wife. The man is approaching you. You know he's not, you from Brooklyn at the end of the day. You know he's not coming to give you no hug, shake hands, say hi. You know it's on.
You ain't bring no refreshments, nigga? How you work for no reason? Allegedly. This is all alleged, everybody. Whoever's listening to us, this is all allegedly. Can you come and talk on no homo. Can you come talk on the mic? I said no homo.
First of all, who's Jason?
Nigga got his other name on his shirt. No, nigga said Warren. Warren sounds like a dog name and tapped him. Yo, that shit was hilarious. Jason's my name. Jason's my name.
Yeah, mine's was Gervin.
My name is Jason. They call me Jason.
Oh, I'm about to have a burn back like Zay.
Just say you was cold.
No, I said it's cold.
Nigga said it was cold and took all his clothes off. Like
outside.
You don't think it's worse in here than it is outside?
Move the shit up here. Put that in.
Yo, you
why you come to work so hostile?
I'm a fucking annoyed, my nigga.
This is job number 2, man.
All right, who are you? Will Smith right now? Chris Rock?
I'm never Chris Rock. Get the fuck out of here. Even though I think that shit is fake. I'm glad I caught y'all right on time because I heard y'all segueing into that. So yes, we could definitely do that.
You missed how do you say her name? How do you say her name?
Oh,
I don't wanna say it wrong.
Ramya.
Yeah, you missed Ramya.
I know.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah, she's dope. Shout out to her. And then, but basically, yeah. So that whole stereotype thing, making black people look bad. No, at the end of the day, it's about respect. And he crossed that line. We don't know what Will and Jada's conversation was like before the show. She might have just been crying that night about what she's going through. We don't know. And they're already on like a rocky kind of marriage because of the whole August thing. They're probably still working their way over that. So all of that shit is bottled up emotion. I think the action that he showed was a display of something that is deeper than what we're talking about.
Agreed.
Like, I think it's bigger than those two, whether, again, even if it's fake, again, it's bigger than what we saw. I don't think we're ever going to know the full truth of the why behind that action.
All right. On the assumptions that it was real.
Okay.
We're only assuming that it's real at this point in time.
All right. I got something for both. So
I think, first of all, Will laughed at the fucking joke. And then got up there and he laughed at then he giggled at the joke. Giggled at the joke and then got up there and smacked him. First of all, that smack didn't even look real. I'm sorry. I can't even. He's just like.
First of all, we're going off the assumption that it was
I know,
real.
but I'm just saying.
Stop. Speak on if it's real.
If it's real.
If it's real. And he had to do what he had to do, man. That's it. His wife probably got his ear and was like, yo, you better go say something. And he did it.
And I also think it's common for people to laugh. Like, if you were in the Oscars and even if somebody says a joke.
But they don't know if it's a joke or not, though. The audience didn't know if it was
No, but I'm talking about Will. Like, if Chris Rock says a joke that you find that may not be the funniest, people do the little fake laugh shit all the time until they see, like, oh, shit, like, my wife feels offended. Now I'm tight. But in the mix of the initial time, the first time you hear it, it's like you do the. It's like the work laugh. It's like the work laugh.
So now, speaking to that, before I even get into my whole opinion about if it's real,
go ahead.
Speaking to that, you can't chuckle and then go slap somebody.
Yes.
I don't care.
If your joke is not funny, I'm not gonna laugh.
Yeah. Even if you laugh at all.
You know how many times?
But there's still.
You know how many times Warren says a joke that's not funny and I don't laugh?
But you would never slap me anyway, so I don't either way, you wouldn't slap me.
I feel like. Go ahead.
Like, think about it. If you're sitting there, right, and you gave the little fake chuckle, and now you're offended, and now you walk up there, and now you slap somebody, it doesn't even.
Nah, because you can chuckle again. You do the little corporate chuckle, and then you look over, and you see like. My wife didn't do the same corporate chuckle that I did. I know what she's going through. This nigga might know what she's going through.
But I've also heard,
now we got a problem.
But I've also heard that it's been going on for a while between them two. When he said something about what was it?
When she was like that, she was boycotting the Oscars because because Will didn't get nominated. He said, "Well, technically, you ain't getting invited anyway." So, but that was a joke.
Yeah.
So. When it comes down to it, like I said, that little corporate chuckle is cool. If my girl feels offended after the chuckle, I'm not walking up to somebody that's first of all, I'm not slapping nobody. I'm knocking you out. If I feel some type of way about something, I'm punching you in your face. Ain't no slap.
Yeah, but that's you though. People get pimp smack all the time.
And in a professional environment,
that's the Oscars.
In a professional environment, you hold your composure from violence. I'm gonna voice my opinion and say, yo, like, are you bugging the fuck out? But to walk up to like I said, going off of this real.
Yep.
This is that's like me at
Remember?
my other job and somebody say some wild shit and I'm offended and I go over there and smack the shit out of him, I'm gonna get suspended.
But remember when the reporter tried to kiss Will Smith and he smacked him?
See, but that wasn't in a
This is
professional
not.
environment.
It was on the
That was
red carpet or
outside.
something like that.
That was outside.
I'm just saying,
Still a
this is
red
not.
carpet.
This is still not out of the
Red
order
carpet
for him
event.
smacking niggas.
This is at the event of your life that you fought for in 2016.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? 2016, your wife protested and y'all did all of this Oscar so white shit and this, that, and the other, which we're gonna get into that shit in a second. Because you already know I had some shit for that. But this is what you've been working for your whole life. And now you have the opportunity. The first thing you do is you kind of embarrass yourself. Kind of. Because whether people are on your side or against you, you're stirring controversy in the moment of your life. That's the moment of your life. If you're an artist and you get forget about artists. Say you're a basketball player and you win the finals, but then you do some dumb shit like Draymond Green getting suspended and then fucking up the finals for the
That don't
Warriors.
count. That was a bullshit suspension.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just
You
saying.
put yourself in a predicament.
That was a bad analogy.
See,
But that's a bad analogy for people who know basketball. Like that, he didn't get himself suspended. He didn't do shit.
he did. He been kicking niggas in the nuts that whole
He didn't even
season.
try to kick nobody in the nuts.
Anyway, he put himself in a predicament to get suspended. That's the problem. When you do that shit over and over again, we
But
can't question it no more. You dig? Now you in the stage of basically
The world stage.
the world stage, and you do something that's potential. But now they like, oh, but the last time he did that, and that's what they scrutinize you for.
But
So now, look.
are we still
now
on the
he's
assumption
worried.
this is real?
Now he's worried. Yeah, of course, because we haven't gotten to the nitty about that. But now he's worried about if he's gonna ever get invited back. Think about that.
Fuck it.
You can't say fuck it when he's apologizing for it. Don't apologize.
He had to apologize because he won.
No, he had to apologize and say, hopefully they invite me back. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you're
He
worried about.
apologized because he won the Oscar. That's the only reason why he apologized. If he didn't win the Oscar, he would never have to apologize. Who he's gonna apologize to?
Anyway,
I think he still would have made a public apology.
But he didn't have to.
Yeah.
He had to do it because he was on the major
But
stage at this point in time.
apologizing, and then hoping they're gonna invite you back. That's what I'm
You
saying.
already got your fucking Oscar.
But it doesn't. But you're still worried about if you're gonna get invited back. It doesn't matter what we say; it's what he said in his speech.
Okay.
Hopefully, they invite me back.
Mhm.
So why did you do that? See, that's the consequence. But you're a grown man. Like, you do that when these young rappers that's fucking 20s or something like that. I hate to say it like that because it sounds fucked up. But the ones that haven't been coached right, I say that. You do something stupid. Now somebody goes, yo, see, this is the reason why you should have somebody in your corner to do this, that, and the other. Nigga, you damn near 50 now, my nigga. What's up? You supposed to know better.
Same with a young basketball player. Like there's no. They need a vet on the team to
That's my
help him out.
point.
No,
Somebody
I get you.
matter of fact, back to the NBA analogy, a whole bunch of young boys got killed in their pockets and all that, making bad investments, spending mad money and all that. Now they have financial literacy in the NBA for that reason. But you see what I'm saying? Somebody had to go through that. But the veteran actor is not supposed to do something like that to jeopardize his career. What if nobody want to fuck with you again? Monique got scrutinized because she didn't want to play the game of the Oscars. Think about that.
That I would
Think
say
about that.
is I would disagree with that analogy because Will Smith literally is one of the biggest faces in Hollywood.
But if you listen to Monique's story, Monique was on the up, like she was on
Yes.
the rise, and she got to the point, and she said, all she said to them was, "Don't let it be because I'm doing the press conferences and all that for the Oscars. Let it be if you want me to have that, then just vote me in, and that's it."
All right.
And then once she got voted in, she got blacklisted. Like after that, and was like, "Nah, you're like you ain't want to play our game. You'll get it, but you'll never get it again."
See, and here's the
And this
issue
nigga's
that I
gonna
have.
stay
Right?
smacking people.
All right. Now with
See what I'm saying?
that, right? This is the issue that I have, right? So we say, yo, I wish it was back in the days when men would knuckle up, shake hands afterward, and be cool, right? Stop shooting people. Stop doing bitch ass nigga shit. This is what we preach all the time, right? So now, would you have rather Will smack him in the face in front of the world, where he felt his wife was disrespected in front of the world, or do some real big boss Mr. Hollywood shit and make some back channel phone calls and basically get Chris Rock's career canceled?
But why you had to slap him? You could have checked him right then and there. Like everybody was
Because
like,
it was disrespect.
because words
Disrespect gets met
the
with
whole point-
disrespect.
no, but words are words. Action is action.
Yeah,
That's
nigga.
the
But you
same
can't
way-
control
now,
somebody's
think about it
reaction.
Think about it like this. If you said some wild shit to me and I punch you in your face, Who's going to jail? Me or you?
You.
That's
But
my
are you
point.
wrong?
And the
though?
only reason why, and if you,
But
if
morally,
I don't
are
know
you
if y'all-
wrong for
if
that?
y'all saw my Facebook post, that's exactly what I was trying to tell niggas. Like, I know y'all talking about defending y'all girl. That shit is cool. I'm with that shit. But don't forget, y'all niggas ain't Will Smith and you ain't punching Chris Rock. Them
That's
niggas,
fair.
them niggas outside, they gonna lock you up.
Of course.
And that's the difference.
Mhm.
So it's like,
Nipsey did it.
it's cool. Well, he did that for his boy, and because dude was violating, he was doing extra shit. He wasn't saying that.
Smacked the shit out the
Yeah,
nigga, though.
he was running down on him. He was like, yo, you bugging, and he smacked him. But words that was 20, 30 feet away, they don't warrant a slap
To you.
in a professional environment.
Everybody reacts differently to
your
different
career,
things, though.
That's your
But
career.
this, again, like you said, is Will Smith.
It don't matter.
His
if it's
career,
Will Smith.
you can't cancel Will Smith.
They canceled Kevin Hart.
He's not Will Smith.
Kevin Hart's a big
Whoa.
Go ahead.
We not
Go
gonna
ahead.
sit here and act
Go ahead.
like
Yeah,
Will
we gonna
ain't
get
been
to
in
it.
Hollywood since the 80s.
You're right. And right now, they're talking about comedy rock star and Kevin Hart. They're talking about one of the greats. I love Will Smith to death, but there were a bunch of greats in that audience that still fucking with Will Smith. Technically, when we're talking about like comedy right now, there's not too many comedians fucking with Kevin Hart right now. Kevin Hart is comedic gold.
He's still not bigger than Will.
If you say so.
He's not.
They canceled him.
He needed The Rock to go overseas.
He was supposed to
Will Smith been
he
overseas.
was supposed to host the Oscars. You're just a guest. You're
Right.
waiting for your award. I'm about to host this. And all it took was one bad, it wasn't even a bad, it's an old set. It wasn't even a bad set. We could get into that shit.
That's a whole nother conversation. He should have never lost that.
Exactly.
I agree
But
with that.
look, see, that's all it takes.
But Kevin can't make those phone calls and cancel Chris Rock's career. Will Smith can make phone calls and be like, yo, never give this nigga another movie again.
I don't think
Kevin
so.
Hart
I don't
can't make
think
those.
so.
Nah,
What?
Will Smith could do that.
I don't
Are
think
you
so.
crazy?
I don't think so.
It's Will
You
Smith.
disrespecting
bro.
Will Smith,
I don't
bro.
think so.
You disrespecting Will Smith, bro.
I don't think so.
He could have did some bitch ass nigga shit and like, yo, don't pick him up, don't give him no more gigs, nothing. And we'd have never knew. We'd have never
But
knew.
you're saying that like he can't do that to Chris Rock either.
Yes, he
Chris Rock is
can.
comedy gold.
Not compared to Will
yeah.
Smith.
Come on, y'all bugging. You're talking about action versus comedy. It's a whole different lane.
Bro.
You can't touch the comedy lane. That's their lane.
When
Wait,
the last
what?
time Chris Rock was really
You're
relevant?
talking about Will Smith is a big time action star. All his movies that he is golden is action.
Besides Bad Boys, what are you talking about?
That's action.
Besides Bad Boys, he got
What
Pursuit
are
of
you talking
Happiness.
about?
He got
iRobot. Nigga, his last 10 movies sold over 100 million. They were all action movies.
okay, but
Action movies. That's what I just say.
all right, but this is my
Action
thing.
movies.
He's still way bigger than Chris Rock
In action, but in
in
comedy,
the whole.
in comedy, Chris Rock got it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear you on that.
That's
But
all I'm saying.
As
So how
Will
can
S-
you touch? You can't. I don't think he can cross that plateau when it comes to comedy because you're talking about different producers, different writers, different this, that, and the other.
I'm talking about the studio.
yeah,
And
like he could just.
anything that revolves
Dub
around
him.
in a studio.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
They
So
said,
we just agreed to this.
Princess said the white people were giving Will hugs and consoling him like he got slapped on TV.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Ah,
That was
it's
crazy.
Will Smith.
Can
Like,
we get to the fact now that we can talk about that it was fake, or
go ahead.
the shit was fake? Number one, the nigga slapped him and did an Elvis pose.
Did it?
Nigga was like this. Like what? This man who is trained to throw punches in movies slapped him like a 50s. Like what were we talking about here?
Like he was a pimp.
And I showed y'all the picture. I don't know if y'all saw it in the group when he
He
walked
smiling?
away, he smiled real quick while walking off.
Yeah, I
See,
saw
they don't show you that when it's the video.
Mhm.
But somebody caught a still of him smiling before he
Oh, let me look at that. picture.
straightened himself up. Like, all right, and that was it.
I just feel like the walker
Everything
smack
fake.
was like
Everything.
looked so fake.
Everything.
I hope it wasn't
Look
fake.
at that shit,
but
right?
Look at that.
Look at that shit, bro.
Nah, that's hilarious.
That's a whole smile, like a little smirk.
I mean, he could have been smiling because I smacked the shit out
Now
you.
they both smiling in the fucking picture. In that picture right there, they both smiling.
You letting a nigga smack you?
What?
Huh?
No,
Why you gonna say what if you heard my question?
because I had to make sure you said what you heard, my nigga. I had to confirm what I heard.
he was flustered.
Yeah,
with what you said.
right? Like,
Hey,
what?
you up there? You
I
done
had
let?
to- No, you ain't slapping. First of all, why you walking up here like that? Like, what's up?
That's what I thought.
I was confused because you're just not gonna smack me and then just like.
But what was the point of you walking up there? So now I'm on guard. See, Chris Rock ain't from the hood. Let's put it out there.
I thought he's from Brooklyn.
He ain't really from Brooklyn. Niggas claim Brooklyn. That's how
That's
how
news
that
to
goes.
me. That's news to
Trust me, if you're from the hood, I don't give a fuck how far you remove. Eventually, when a nigga walk down, you already
me.
on.
No,
Guard.
it's instinct. Yeah,
That's an instinct.
So is Will slapping anybody else?
I think that's an irrelevant
I
argument
hate,
too.
I hate that conversation.
That's
I
what
hate
they
I
want.
think that's a.
As they saying he not slapping
think,
anybody else.
I don't think that's fair to even say
I hate
because we don't know.
I seen all
Because he
that
slapped
shit.
other people before. He
has.
caught a charge. Do niggas know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Will Smith caught a charge in the past for beating the brakes off somebody.
Was
Yeah,
it
go look that up.
Was it like fresh out of West Philly?
No, he was famous at the time, but the charges got dropped. Yeah,
my God,
yeah.
you know.
This,
That's because somebody.
and that's
got
not even to
paid.
say. That's not even to say like as if to go look like this is who he is, but Will Smith ain't been the person to like not slap somebody if they said something crazy either.
Well, he's never been in that. This shit was fake. I don't give a fuck. We not like that. That shit was.
Nah, the whole
like,
shit
First
is-
of all, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that shit was fake. And everybody was like, no, but you gotta understand what the nigga slapped down. I've never seen nobody get slapped and then do one like. He ain't even slap him that hard. Like I'm like that shit was so weird to me. If somebody slapped you the way he slapped them, it'd have been like that. Nigga, where you going, my nigga?
Yeah, he ain't.
So
And he
you
said-
could tell, like it was wrestling. It was wrestling at its finest. Like the nigga walked up. Matter of fact, the smack that
What-
he gave him was a wrestling slap.
It was.
It
It's like
was
a-
a whole wrestling slap, and it was like he was standing.
It looked like a weird ass. Yeah, like. But my question would be, for what?
What was it fake for?
Yeah.
Publicity.
For what?
Chris Rock got a tour coming up. I actually saw a post. Chris Rock got a tour coming up. The Oscars is doing bad in the ratings, which now all of a sudden 15 million views. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
They said that it was the highest views in like the past 10 years or so. Oh, all of a sudden now, because niggas is like, wait a minute. Niggas got slapped in the Oscars?
You gotta
Hold
put the
let me
TV on.
Yeah, let me tune in now.
I almost did that.
See?
I almost did
And
that
that's
too.
all it takes right there.
Then I was busy.
That's it. I still ain't tune in. I tune in to everybody's post on Instagram.
Yeah, I put a tweet out.
Like
This is on the shade room.
I'm scrolling like, oh.
Oh shit, he did that. Oh shit. Keep my wife's name
Even
out
then-
your fucking mouth.
No, say it right. Niggas
What is
said,
that?
it wasn't, see how fluid that was? No, it wasn't. It was keep my wife's name. I'm like, why are you saying it like that, bro? Speak. Don't nobody hold the tone for that long.
That's how it was.
Yeah, go back and watch the niggas say, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm like, come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad acting now.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it like that.
You gotta look it up.
No. I mean, I watched it, but I was like, I didn't
But
see.
look
I
how
didn't see
long it
what you
took-
saw.
Look how long it took him just to say those words.
Maybe he couldn't breathe
He said it twice.
'Cause he
Hey,
had-
maybe he realized
because
he
he-
might have just made a mistake.
because
on
he
national
walked
TV.
really fast, and then maybe he thought he was gonna get beat up after that.
He
shit.
didn't walk really fast. Nigga took his coat, all that, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nigga slapped him, turned around. First of all,
Nigga John Wicked him real quick.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nigga just
Going back to if this shit was real, this is how I know Chris Rock is not from the hood because
he not
slapped
smacking me.
and walked away
And then
and fixed
he
you.
said,
like on some,
he said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. He said, I will.
yeah, I will.
Oh man, I don't know.
Nah.
Yo, I don't,
Listen, if it was fake, man,
it was fake.
yeah,
It
dumb.
ain't no if.
And if
I don't
it's
think it's
real,
I think it was
yeah, I
real.
think it's dumb too.
I think it was real. I'm on the. It was real. bandwagon.
You know what it is? My problem. Even if it was real, I wouldn't believe it was real because I don't believe shit that goes on in Hollywood.
anymore.
They're all actors. They're paid to basically manipulate your thought process in the movie.
I hear that.
Why wouldn't they do that for publicity?
Everybody was laughing like that shit was real.
So
Well, if you don't put nobody on to the
Yeah,
joke,
they think it's a yeah.
I think we're gonna find out in 25 years.
we just found out today. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
I mean,
it.
I think one of them are gonna admit it because they're gonna have to talk about this for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
I think one of them will admit the truth and like before they die.
I just can't.
Cause how old is Will now? Will's like Will's like Uncle Phil's age, right? When Uncle Phil was on the Fresh Prince, like 50
I think
something.
so. Yeah.
It's crazy, yo.
Damn.
Yeah, think of it, because Uncle Phil was like 50 on that show, right? Yeah, Will Smith was about the same age as Uncle Phil when he was on The Fresh Prince. It's crazy. I think one of them they'll tell the. We're gonna find out. Like, we're gonna get a real source that's gonna tell us. Not to say that you a fake source.
No, you are a fake source.
Like an inside source is what I meant. Like, we're gonna get like an inside.
Justin always want to talk shit. See, you about to end up like Chris Rock. Yeah. We've been doing this shit for like 2 weeks now, bro. Sorry.
I do feel like we're gonna find, like, we're gonna get an inside source that's gonna explain the truth and put it on the YouTube video for clout.
Yeah.
Shit like that. But
Somebody's got to come out.
That'll be next week. Somebody's gonna.
nah, not an insider, bro. Like an insider.
Nah, no way. Not
like,
next week.
not
Not
an
next week.
insider. It's gonna take somebody who like really don't got shit to lose. That's like one of like the more powerful people in Hollywood. It's gonna be like, all right,
Like, yo, that fucking
I
Will Smith, Chris Rock shit was fake.
yeah, I paid these niggas to do that.
Yeah.
Tap
He gonna-
dancing. It was tap dancing for y'all.
Yeah, no, that shit is fake. What about Jay Prince trying to get, what was it? It wasn't that. What was it? What Kanye got off of?
The Grammys.
Grammys. He's trying to like boycott the Grammys.
Let's
Kanye's
wait,
did.
before we move to the Grammys. Let's finish the Oscars.
Fuck the Oscars.
No, the reason why is because what I want to say is this: you motherfuckers sat there and you fucking boycotted and went stupid hard in 2016. And just because Will got nominated this time, not only did y'all two motherfuckers show up, but y'all front row.
We wasn't there.
Not, I'm talking about Will and Jada. Think about that. They boycotted. You went so hard because your husband he didn't get nominated that time. So now he gets nominated. This is the one you're supposed to sit out. Fuck y'all. Just like when Jay-Z told the story about DMX, the first time he boycotted the Grammys is because DMX had 2 platinum albums in the same fucking year and didn't get nominated. All right, I'm not going. That's the statement that you make. But instead of making a statement, you motherfuckers show up. Same thing with Spike Lee. I love Spike. I love all Spike's movies. I love his movement and all that shit. But you was Oscar so white too until you got nominated and then you showed up and won and showed your fucking ass on that fucking camera. Y'all, I can't
I think he
stand
literally did that.
He did. He
Literally
did.
did that.
Started dancing and jumping the fuck around and go get his fucking award. I can't stand y'all niggas that sit there and go back and forth about how this is so white and this, that, and the other. Why the fuck do we need their approval? I've been saying this shit on the pod for however long.
You have.
I'm telling you, we don't need their approval. We have enough resources to do our own thing. Tyler Perry got 200 acres of fucking studio. Why y'all care about what they say? Who the fuck cares? It's our time. And matter of fact, if the time is, it's right now. We are more successful than we ever been. We have more light than we have, and everybody look. Even Anthony Mackie from the Marvel movies, he just bought 20 acres of land to do his own studio.
Oh, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what we have it right now to do it. Why the fuck do y'all care about this?
Anthony Mackie's Falcon, right?
Yeah,
Black in America.
I like that.
He's definitely Black in America.
He is.
Yeah.
And he about to get his own movie.
Yeah, he's about that's just about to be fire.
Shout out to him.
But I had to go on a little rant about that.
Nah, that's real. Everything you
because we
said.
keep on.
Did you just say I like that? When I said that, you said I like that. Don't ever tell me you like that. That's weird.
First of all, you didn't even you know what? Back to the Grammys. Now we can talk about the Grammys. I had to get that Oscar shit off my chest.
That was a good one though. That was a good take.
But it's the same thing with the Grammys. Like, y'all boycott, then show up. Boycott, then
Yeah, like if they
fuck
boycott this year,
aside,
they're gonna
yo.
show up next year. Yeah.
Pick
Like
a
that.
side.
Wait, but who are you talking about when you say they? Like,
Everybody.
Everybody,
People.
right now,
everybody
the movement
didn't
right now is
boycott.
The same way that like everybody wants to boycott fucking H&M and then 2 weeks later everybody's back on
Wait,
H&M.
wait,
Like,
wait,
it's just
wait,
like
but
it
that-
happens all the time
but that's
with
not
everything.
fair though. So
It happens with everything though.
no, you're not wrong. That's definitely a correct statement. But what I'm saying is, we follow the leaders. So to connect y'all two's points,
I don't follow
Yes.
nobody. I'm not gonna lie to you.
well, I'm talking about they, the same people that you're
Okay.
addressing, they, right? We follow the leaders. So to Justin's point, that we also follow fads where everybody's talking about it one day, then we'll stop. It's the same way we also follow the leaders. If Will or whoever you was talking about with the Grammys say we're gonna boycott, all right, cool. The same thing with Cap. We're gonna boycott, cool. But then now, if you're gonna go back into it, and you're gonna jump back on the other side of the line, then why should we stay over here? when you could be over there enjoying the
But
festivities?
why
and
are
all
we
that?
going back over there? See, and
Because you're leading us.
but it doesn't matter. No. I don't think anybody's leading. I think you have an option. It's not following the masses, like unless you're only doing it to follow the masses. But if
I
you
disagree.
actually, if you sitting there and you can't make a conscious decision, I'm not fucking with the Oscars because whatever. I don't fuck with the Oscars. Period. I don't.
Me neither.
I don't follow. First of all, half the movies that are nominated I've never seen before in my fucking life. What's the point of this?
Isn't that fucking movie that like the person was fucking like somebody in the water? One of this fucking movie or some shit like that a long time ago. That's when I stopped watching that shit.
What?
Brokeback Mountain?
Nah, no, that's out. That's too.
No, that's
Whoa, chill.
That was the other shit.
Yeah, nah, it was like yeah.
Moonlight?
I don't know, it was some shit, and I was like, "What the fuck movie is this?" It was like she was just fucking a nigga and the guy who lived in the water or some shit like that. And I was like, "I can't watch this shit no more."
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly, we never saw the fucking movie, and that
I'm
won.
lost. I'm not
Exactly, and they won. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I
what
never.
like-
That's why I was
like,
like, I'm not
first
watching
of
this
all,
shit. I don't even know what the fuck they watch.
I remember.
Who's watching these shits?
I remember the movie Juno won for Best Picture.
When the little bitch got pregnant?
Yeah, but nobody watched it until it won Best Picture. Then all of a sudden, the shit blew up. It's weird. But I think that's the clout that everybody chases when they go on for Oscars and same thing with Grammys and stuff like that. But my thing is this. Like, for instance, back to the Grammys.
Mhm.
When you ask people that have more than one Grammy and all of that, and they ask them what they do with their Grammys, Alicia Keys was just on a different podcast, and she said she didn't have her Grammys for a while. That her manager just like kept them or whatever. And somebody told her, "Yo, go get your Grammys." Like, and the person interviewing was like, "So you didn't know where your Grammys were?" She was like, "No." So why is it so important then? Why is it so important that we show up? Why is it so important that you go so hard for the Grammy? Your love of the music is the love of the music.
I mean,
There's
Grammy
no-
nominated.
Can I
All
answer
right,
that? I
in
wanna
the
answer that
music,
question.
I think like in the music business, Grammy nominated is this guy is Grammy nominated, and they
Oscar
give him.
nominated. Go ahead.
They talk about music. Talk about music.
All right, I'm just saying it's the same scenario.
Yeah, but I just think that gives a little bit people like a little bit more clout. Like Juno, that movie Juno, like she went on and did like something else after that. But just because she was Oscar nominated, I could see why they want that clout. But like, you don't need it.
That's my point.
Depending on who you are.
Yeah, and also like okay, you fuck with Roddy?
No.
Okay. Oh, Roddy Ricch got best album, right?
Okay.
Right? Didn't he one day? And he got a Grammy, right?
I don't watch the Grammys either.
Me
And
neither.
then Roddy
I don't
Ricch
watch
got
that
it? Well,
shit.
I think he had a Grammy, right? But his next like what was good with his next shit? Exactly.
I didn't listen to him before he was nominated.
Exactly.
But that's my point. Like,
Exactly.
you got your fan base, whatever. Like, I could tell you right now, like, J. Cole deserves way more. In my eyes, J. Cole deserves way more Grammys. Kendrick deserves way more Grammys than what they got. That's in my eyes. But
Wait,
see,
who
I'm
you
not
said?
the one that's voting.
You said J. Cole, right?
I know I should never said that.
Just-
Yeah,
I heard him.
I know that. I'm a J. Cole fan.
I'm just saying that they heard you.
Why you? Because you go so hard. Why you ain't saying nothing about Kendrick?
Fuck
I
Kendrick.
said both. See, that's my point. That's why. That's why I did that. Because you only care about one person.
I hear that.
That's
I care about you guys.
Now you want to be sentimental.
It's about that time.
No, it's not. But again, the clout that comes, I get it. The clout that comes with Grammy nominations and Oscar nominations, all right, cool. But if we gonna boycott, that's what I'm speaking on. If you're gonna chase it, then chase it.
Mhm.
But if you're gonna get angry because you weren't nominated because you felt like you had the best album or whatever, and then go, fuck that, I'm not going. And then the next year you get nominated, then don't go. Show them for real. Or if that's the case, then it sounds like you're a crybaby.
So even with that point, right? If he or she or whoever you're talking about says, I'm not going because I didn't get nominated, right? And the
Drake said
fans,
that, though.
huh?
And then Jay-Z didn't go for mad long. He boycotted for mad long.
All right,
told
so,
you why he boycotted,
and this is
bro.
what I'm saying though. So now, all right, so let's use the Jay-Z example. DMX should have got X, Y, and Z, whatever. I'm a Jay-Z fan, hypothetically. I'm not gonna go or I'm not gonna watch because Jay-Z said I'm not going because of this. Now, 1 year, I turn on the TV or I'm on social media. I find out Jay-Z's at the Oscars.
That was wild to me too, but yeah.
Right? Oh, I didn't even know that was real. So that really
that's
happened.
real.
Oh shit. So
that happened to me.
so that really happened. Found out he's at the Oscars or the Grammys, whatever, and now I go turn it on because I was boycotting for him.
See, and that's where I'm saying, like, I don't understand that. So now what I'm saying is this: Jay-Z says, I'm not going to the Grammys because I feel like DMX should have been nominated. And then you sit back and go, well, Jay-Z said it, so I'm not going to do it. Instead of saying, you know what, I agree with what he's saying. And that's why. And that's, to me, that's the difference in the conversation when it comes down to either following, just because that's blindly following. Unless you actually believe in his cause. Believing in his cause is like, you know what, this is what it is. Because technically, the first year that he boycotted the Grammys, not only was he nominated, but he won. That was his first time he won a Grammy, and he never even showed up to receive his shit because he was boycotted for something else. To me, that's an even better statement than anything else because you were nominated and you had a great chance of winning. You say, you know what, fuck that, because this nigga deserves this. How did he get overlooked? Like, what's going on?
I feel like we gotta all just put our resources behind Dame Dash because Dame Dash been saying for a while now. We need our own award show and make all the outsiders that we trying to get to accept us come to our shit.
Well, we had that, and we keep on fucking it up by fighting and doing dumb shit.
Well,
except
nigga,
except for the BET Awards. The BET Awards, just people weren't watching the BET Awards. But the Soul shit, they were shooting that shit up every year.
But that was when hip hop was the wild, wild west. Like that was just the wrong time for us to have
hold
that.
on. But isn't hip hop the wild, wild west right now?
In a sense,
it's either yes or no.
No, because the rap that we acknowledge. I mean, if you're gonna acknowledge that rap, yeah. If you're talking about drill rap in particular,
I ain't say no rap because Kodak don't drill rap, but he got shot in LA, didn't he?
Okay.
See,
but I mean, it's not. But no.
See, that's
in the '90s, it was way more beefs. It was way more issues between rappers. It was way more.
It wasn't. We're losing more artists now than we ever did.
Younger artists. I'll give you that.
They getting shot. Everybody getting.
But that's not rap beef though. Like it was more rap beef, whereas like this rapper doesn't like this rapper, or this group doesn't like this group. These rappers are just dying from some shit outside of music.
But all right. So let's talk about it. All right, Rough Riders and Rockefeller started beefing. You ain't never hear nobody shooting shit. Right? You ain't start hearing that until, I hate to say it like this, but when Junior Mafia was beefing with Capone and Noriega shit, and they shot that shit up. They shot up Hot 97, and then G-Unit within themselves was they didn't shoot at Maybach Music. G-Unit shooting at each other. Shit is dumb. So you mean to tell me that within your own camp, so you gotta control your own camp? The only time I'm lying, there was one time because G-Unit, they ran down on what's that dude name from Maybach?
The tall dude,
the light skinned dude with
Gunplay.
Gunplay.
Yeah,
Gunplay.
They washed him up. That was the one time, and that was what Sosa was. They washed him up with Sosa was. But that was it. It wasn't no shooting. We washed you up real quick. We out of here. That's it. That's the difference. Now niggas are shooting. They can't fight, so they gotta shoot now, and that's what's going on over and over again.
So what's the alternative? We don't do our own shit.
I didn't say that. I said all I was saying was we had ours, and we kind of we imploded. We fell apart with our own shit, our own hip hop shit. The only thing that's going right now, I think BET Hip Hop Awards still goes on, and that shit sucks because they don't even know who to put in the cipher no more. And that that was their claim to fame. Like niggas waited all year to hit a cipher, and then you started putting bum niggas in there.
Like a lot of bum
niggas. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
not just like regular bum niggas.
But
you just put bum niggas.
What's wrong with a nigga making another appearance on the cipher?
But that's
they made it seem like you couldn't do that. Once that was it. You up. It's over for you.
I think because the people who run BET aren't really from our culture. So they're probably looking at it as we're going to use this as a platform to build up other talent. So that way we can monetize off of them for a little bit longer as opposed to having Jadakiss do the same site for 5-6 years in a row.
I blame the manager for not knowing his artists to know that, my nigga, you make great music. don't
Shit,
freestyle.
fucking
Don't
suck.
freestyle.
That's
Your
fair.
freestyle suck.
I agree.
That's your man.
Just
But
That's
that does give you exposure. That's what they was using the cipher for. I think it started
But you
one way, and then they saw an opportunity and tried to shift it, and it
always
didn't
been-
work.
That's the problem, because that's how we messing up our own culture, because we don't know how to drive it in the right direction.
But we're not the ones that's driving it, and that's the problem.
We are. The consumer does drive it, because you won't tell your favorite artist, yo, my nigga, you make great songs, but don't freestyle ever again.
Yeah, but there's a lot of yes men in everybody's camp.
That's my point.
But not even that,
But
though.
you gotta remember, I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead.
but because we're
Yeah,
the
say
consumer,
sorry, nigga.
telling you. You about to have your Chris Rock moment in a second, my nigga.
You smack him with the right or the left?
Right hand, backhand, right
Dog-
now.
backhand?
No, backhand.
Oh no, that's
Right here. It's right here.
That's
Right here.
reckless.
If I move the microphone, my nigga, just understand.
So it's gonna be
don't be like
staged.
Chris Rock and just be sitting there. No, I'm telling you right now. If I do this, just understand. Like, it's about to go there.
Oh
But,
shit! Go ahead.
Shit, what was I saying? That was
He was saying sorry
not to you though.
to him.
I forgot.
I was cutting you off about fuck.
Was it we were talking about Rough Rider,
It's
DMX,
all Justin for.
Rough Riders. Remember those condoms?
No, those
Source
fucking gay
Awards.
condoms, aren't they?
Nah, those just. I wanted to.
Damn, I forgot. Source
Them shits was-
Awards.
Those just advertising and promote. You know
Those
what?
just had the ridges. Nigga, that shit was wavy.
Alright. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm almost certain the Rough Rider condoms was really like they were
Oh, no.
promoted for the gay
I
community.
had to get that one time. I was like, mad young.
Listen,
Forget it. Just
Hey, listen, I'm not knocking you. I'm not.
I had
I don't
to.
judge
Like I
nobody.
was mad young. I was like, let me get those shit. Try that shit. Shit work.
You had the bed bag shits. I mean,
Nah, I never had those. I don't know how. All right, no, yeah, my fault.
but
We just-
yes, we do need our own platform, but we need proper management of our own platform.
That's what you were saying. Driving the culture.
Yes, we
That's
drive.
what-
Yes, so
the consumer,
us,
that's
the
what you said.
consumer drives the culture, because, like I said, if we went from, think about how we went from anticipating those ciphers and all that to going, I'm not even for
Watch
what?
that shit.
It's us. So now they get rid of that because it's no longer marketable because of us. So we have to dictate what we got to sit down and realize, we got to figure out what the fuck we want. And when it comes to award shows and stuff like that in hip hop, and drive it forward.
Yes and no. So yes, you're right, but I do think it's also up to the people who are in charge of that business to make sure that they're listening to what their consumers are saying.
That's what I mean.
Right. So when you said we're driving a culture, the way I interpreted it was the people who are the decision makers. Right. So we could have the cipher and all the consumers are saying, yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. As the business acumen, you should be like, okay, let's keep this here until it runs out.
Mhm.
What they decided to do was like, no, let's take what we have and flip it to try to make it what we envision, as opposed to listening to the
You're right.
consumers. Which is why I said the people who are in charge are the ones that's driving this culture, right? That's how I interpret it.
Mhm.
So, but I hear what you're saying, and I would agree with you.
Because I was gonna like, so when we were younger, the streets ran the industry, meaning the hip hop industry. So what ended up happening is, like you said, the industry saw it being marketable. They started taking this piece out, this piece out. This is how we make more money. This is how we make more money. This, that, and the other. And they give us a watered down version of this dumb shit. And now we're like, well, this is not what we signed up for, so we don't buy it. That's probably one of the reasons why they came up with streaming shit, because who the fuck wants to buy a whole album? Y'all not putting together albums anymore. The
Mhm.
single, remember, at one point, the 90s and all that shit, we waited for albums. And then ringtone music took over, and then it was just a single. This one single, like, what you call it? T-Pain went on record by saying he was never gonna come out with another album
Because
again.
he was making like ringtone music
Yeah.
and shit like that.
He said that's what he was gonna do because that's what's selling.
hmm
Well, I mean, we all know hip hop got hijacked. So that's a whole nother
Absolutely.
conversation. Again, talking about like who really owns the culture. Like that's why I've always been a fan of Dame, because Dame makes it clear, like, if you're not putting your own money up, you don't own it. It's not
That's true.
yours. It's not yours. I don't care how many decisions you make. I don't care how many albums you put out. I don't care how many videos you do. If you're not putting up your own money, it's not yours.
Look at I think YG is the latest artist that just made it known that for the past 11 years he hasn't made any money off his music.
What?
Meek still fighting for what was Meek fighting for?
Same shit.
Yeah.
He's
Same
not
thing.
making no money. They're making money off of shows. A lot of people don't know that. And
Yeah,
then,
touring.
and then what the industry the industry executives figured out was, oh, that's how you're making your money. All right, so from now on we're gonna sign you to 360 deals. And the 360 deal means I get a piece of everything that you do, not just the studio albums and shit like that. I get a tour shit. I get all that. That's the problem.
Mhm.
So they keep on figuring out more and more ways to milk the system, and we keep on falling for it. That's why Hope said on Family Feud he said that's those signing 360 deals. You ain't learning from Lauren or something like that. Like I forgot what song that is. But it's on
Then we had
444.
this conversation though about like if you've seen that, like we were talking about artists or whatever like that, if they've seen like this type of money that's gonna change their lives, like would you sign this? Something we just had this.
I mean, we always talk about major versus.
That's why I always ask that.
I think we did just that.
I always when we was having more and more artists on, I always asked them, if you had the option to go major or stay independent, what would you do? Because that's pretty much where it comes down to. It's like if you want the label backing, understand what comes with that. They're gonna own the music. You're gonna make money, but they're gonna own the music. And then I think what I feel like a comfortable business strategy would be take the major first. Finish your contract out. Don't resign. Why would you resign?
Somebody just told us that though. They literally said that it's better. I think the manual just said that shit. He says it's better for you to take that deal when you're young, do your 5 to 7 years or whatever like that is, and then
your fan base up,
and then leave.
It. That's what J. Cole did. J. Cole signed to Rock Nation as an artist, because remember Rock Nation was a record label first, and now it's a management company. So Rock Nation, the label he signed to, and he used that as a platform. That's why 2014 Forest Hills Drive was his last album under the label. That's why he was. If you listen to the end credits, I listen to albums front to back.
He named a lot of people at that.
Yeah, I'm an old school cat. I press play.
I listen to the initial album front to back first all the time.
If somebody asks me to check something out,
I'm
pressing
from
play.
one to
That's it. I'm just pressing play.
I have to.
And whatever comes out of that, if I don't like it, I'm gonna skip it.
Yeah.
If I like it, I'm like, cool. I'm gonna listen to it.
I'll give it a try.
And I'll give the whole album a try. And then I might go back and then be like, all right, I definitely didn't like.
I'll play it again, and I know which ones I didn't like. Or whatever like that. I'll go 1 through whatever it is again. But if I know that this is the one that I was like, skip.
So I give everybody a chance. I didn't do that before. I do that now even more than I did. Like once in the beginning, I didn't give nobody a chance. Like, fuck you, I was biased. I'm not listening to none of that shit. And then somebody opened my eyes and was like, yo, listen, there's some real good talent out there if you actually listen.
Yep.
So I started listening. I was like, you know what? They right. Because I was a fake old head on some, I'm only listening to 90s music, like in 2000s.
Have you ever listened to like poetry?
Not recently. I listen to jazz, but I don't listen to new jazz. I listen to old jazz.
So you never like heard my shit? Yeah?
No.
All right, cool.
Are you cold? You sure? Do you want like the heater? I just kind of feel bad. We sitting here.
Heat on my fucking back? Yes. It's on fire.
Just wanted to make sure. But no, everything I said just made sense.
But yeah, definitely artists. I think. I mean, I'm not a manager, but I think artists, if you have the opportunity to sign with a major, always still check the deal. 9 times out of 10, you're getting fucked either way. Like, let's be real. But get the exposure. Take that
as a young artist.
Yeah, as a young artist, take that and flip that. If you can maintain independence, I would personally just stay independent.
I think that's such a tricky thing.
It is. There's not that many people that did it.
Let's talk about Russ.
But to tell people to sign to majors when they're like, even I feel like if we're gonna give that message, we have to be able to clearly explain to young artists what you can potentially give up even if you sign while you're young. Like I don't think it's as simple as, oh, you're young to get in the game and start off, you should sign to a major, because people do that and never get their masters back.
That's true.
Never get their publishing back. And then they end up spending the entire career fighting for those things.
Right. So what I'm saying is, go in with like I said, 9 times out of 10, you're getting screwed over regardless. Because if they're going to offer you $1 million contract, think about how much money they're trying to make off of you. They have to be making more to offer you that $1 million.
If they offer you $1 million, you're worth way more than that.
So what is worth to you that $1 million? And that's what you have to figure out. The Lock sat there and they lost their publishing for 10 years or some shit like that. And they finally, when they got it back, not to say it was too late, but their numbers weren't as high as it was when they when they dropped their first 2 albums. First album was platinum, second album was gold. I think Jada went platinum on his own one time, and then another gold album, and then the rest of them was just 200,000, this, that, and the other. But Jada, I watched a podcast with them on it. Styles and Jada have conflicting arguments. Styles, because of what he went through with the majors, he does not want to fuck with the major at all. Period.
I saw that.
Jada's take is if y'all niggas is gonna give me 10 million, I'm a block nigga. I'm gonna take the 10 million. It is what he's like. What you gonna do? You gonna pull up to my block and come get it? They never do that. And he literally said that, and I was like, damn, that was some wild shit. But he's a label nigga. Styles always wanted to do everything on his own. Styles puts out 4 albums a year, and whatever money he's making over it, he's making his money. And Jada's putting out an album every 3 years now, I think, or some shit like that. And whatever money he's making, he's making.
2 different philosophies, 2 different ways. And I remember, to even add on to that, I was watching a Remy interview, and she mentioned this wasn't the Drink Champs interview, which was really good. You should watch that.
I'm gonna watch that. Yeah,
it was a really good one. But she was on another interview, might have been Breakfast Club or something like that, and they asked her, what's something that you knew early on about the labels and deals and shit like that? She said, I think it was Big Pun told her, no matter what you do, you never give up your masters. And he was telling her this before he died. And she was a teenager at the time, so she didn't understand. But he made it very clear, no matter what you do, I'm gonna fuck what you sign, you don't give up the masters or the publishing. And she never did that.
Oh, word?
She never did that. She never did that. And that is the information that we need our younger artists that are coming in to understand. Okay, if you're gonna sign with a major, understand the consequences and repercussions that could come for that. Because you can sign to a major, and it all sounds good to say, yo, I'm signed. But if they put you on that shelf,
Designer.
It means nothing.
Kanye.
It means nothing.
Look at Kanye though.
Designer. First of all,
the Kanye doc was good.
Kanye.
They put him on the shelf. They put him on the shelf for mad long.
Kanye signed Designer just so he could do the Panda remix.
That's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy, yo.
He thought, he got inspiration from that and was like, yo, I'm gonna give you a deal. He was signing good music for that. And the only other song you heard from Designer was Timmy Turner shit, whatever that shit was
trash.
And
did he ever drop an album?
No.
Yeah, I think he did.
He did?
I don't know.
Look.
Damn.
Don't even know. He was the hottest nigga. At one point, he was the hottest nigga in the world.
No, he had.
He was the hottest nigga in the world. No matter where you went in the world, Panda was a fucking hit.
Yeah.
That's the hottest nigga. That's the hottest nigga in the world. You can't touch.
Yeah, but then once he did that, Timmy Turner.
That wasn't a bad follow-up.
I don't think it was a bad. I liked it.
It was.
It wasn't a bad follow-up.
Actually, first of all, I'm not gonna lie to you. People talk about how
that shit was trash.
Designer's stupid. He's not.
No, he's not stupid.
He's a smart dude. If you actually listen to what he's saying in that song, is there's a message in that song. It's wild.
What's the message?
The message is Timmy. How did the lyrics go? Timmy Turner, searching for a burner.
Walking.
How the fuck that shit go? It's basically Timmy Turner is a white boy searching for a gun, basically going through psychoanalysis.
Says he was wishing for a burner to kill everybody walking. He know that his soul's in the furnace. But the bitch on BT ever walking. She fucking for BT wildin' for wildin'. Kill everybody walking. He know that his soul's in the furnace. So basically, he's dying inside.
Yeah.
And he's about to kill everybody walking.
No, like it just sounds weird because it got a decent melody to it, so that's all you hear.
And you know what's crazy, because you could really get deep with this, because in the cartoon, like people speculate that the Timmy Turner kid was going through depression, and that's why like those fairies were like his imaginary way of getting out of the situation that he was in, because his parents really didn't give a fuck about him, and the baby should have treated him like shit.
Holy shit.
Yo, it's Monday.
Yo, hold on.
It's Monday.
Nigga just fucked me up.
Yo, hold
So
on.
I'm saying,
hold
hey,
on.
listen, we here. It's Monday.
Damn.
Think about it. The parents always left him alone. The baby should have treated him like shit. He really didn't have. I don't remember him having like good friends in school.
No, he had the fat boy.
And
Yeah,
the
the
black
fat boy.
did he have a black kid too?
Yeah, I think he did have
the
a black
kid
boy.
and the blonde haired kid with the
With the
Okay,
braces.
that was his only savior. But other than that, he spoke to fairies that didn't exist.
Damn. Just fucked me up. Teachers treated him like shit too.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
the teacher knew that he had fairy godparents. And he wanted to-
Exactly.
And the bitch he liked treated him like shit too.
Really
She
think
did.
about it, bro. He was burning inside. So now I'm gonna make my wishes to these godparents,
You know what's crazy?
and none of that shit ever really happened, because none of his friends ever seen it. His parents didn't see it. The babysitter, nobody saw it but him. That was his imagination.
Did you just come up with that?
Let's say that.
Yeah.
Right? You might as well snatch
Yo, take that one. That was.
Let's say that.
Shit,
Oh.
But it
I always
made
like-
me think of that as I'm reading it. I've heard that theory before, but then I'm reading that. Now I'm reading it, and then you saying design is smart. It's just all intertwined. I'm like, oh, maybe.
I like fan theories like
Okay.
that.
That's crazy.
You ever heard the Peter Pan fan theory?
No.
The Peter
He's
Pan.
the
fan-
he's the good guy.
He's an angel. The kids are sick and they're dying, and he takes them to Neverland where they never grow up. The reason why they never grow up because they're already dead.
Damn. I never seen Peter
I
Pan.
heard something else about Hook though. Just don't remember
they
what it
said
is
Hook,
though.
Hook is actually the good guy, and he's trying to save the kids from Peter Pan, but nobody sees it in that. I heard it before,
I heard that one though.
but the angel like that shit fucked me out. Niggas, I was like, damn.
Nah,
Just think
there was
about
a
it,
really good one
kids
about
never grow
Peter.
up.
About
I never seen Peter Pan.
though.
But
Never
you
seen
know
Peter
about
Pan?
Neverland. Neverland. When you go to Neverland, you never grow up. You know?
It's like the Michael Jackson shit, right?
yeah. That's
Okay.
that's where Michael Jackson got it from. That's the reason why.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I think it was like that. Peter Pan is a pedophile.
Who said that?
'Cause he always just taking
Oh,
little
that's
boys.
the Captain Hook one, right?
Yeah, the Captain Hook one
something
was
like that.
Peter Pan is a pedophile.
Yeah, something like that.
And that Captain Hook is not the bad guy. He's not trying to take the boys. He's trying to save the boys from Peter Pan because he's a pedophile.
I saw one about Lion King where they said,
Conspiracy Mondays is back, baby.
yeah, we here now.
Let's go.
Right? I don't know how we got here, but
it
we
was-
here.
No,
Yeah.
no, let's keep it here. Let's keep it
But
here.
they-
Timmy,
they
Timmy,
said-
turn.
They said Scar was actually the better lion to be in charge because he believed in freedom, and Mufasa believed in dictatorship.
I can see that.
Think about it.
And I also heard that it wasn't Scar's fault that the Prior Lands were all fucked up. It was inevitable. It was a part of the seasons.
Oh, Thanos did it?
No, the seasons changing. I don't know where the fuck you got that from.
He said inevitable.
Because think about it, right? When Scar took over, everybody was together. Everybody was one. And then look who Simba actually followed up and became. He became Scar. He didn't become
pretty good.
Mufasa.
That's pretty good.
He became Scar. The person who he resented the most. But inevitably, he grew to love and become the most.
Well, we're gonna dive down this rabbit hole. Y'all know about the Alice in Wonderland situation, right? Besides the fact that it's the Matrix connected everything and all that, there's like what they consider a lot of Illuminati symbolism in Alice in Wonderland. That's why the Pied Piper, I think the Pied Piper's in a certain part of it where he's playing the flute and the kids are following him or whatever. But
Oh, R. Kelly? My fault.
Allison
I'm sorry.
Wonderland.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You could apologize for bringing
I'm sorry.
Kelly.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Alice in Wonderland is basically is life. Like you just fall like basically you just continuously fall down a rabbit hole to the point that everything is just distorted. Everything's all fucked up in your life.
That's deep.
You still think about cows?
My fault. I didn't mean to.
Yo, that's funny. But no, that's deep. Even though I've never seen Alice in Wonderland, that's deep. That's deep.
I just thought she took shrooms.
Alice?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like, right?
She just took some shrooms, got high, followed a fucking white rabbit around, and was like, "Yo, come in." Woke up at the fucking tree she ate the shrooms at. I've been there.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that because everything is distorted too. Yeah,
It's the shroomy. She just took some drugs and fucked herself up.
That could definitely happen. You know, I know.
Allegedly. Anyway,
I know allegedly. You know, I know about that.
I'm trying to think of any other ones.
I don't know. I didn't come prepared for this one.
Cartoon conspiracy. Do you know of any cartoon conspiracies? No.
Everything in Disney is a conspiracy. First of all,
well,
I hate to say.
I mean, I'm about to say Disney itself is a walking conspiracy. They think the nigga that's still Walt is still alive, right?
Yeah, no, they trying to bring him back. I heard.
No, that was fake.
He's frozen. He's frozen.
That's true.
He's frozen.
They said it was fake.
That's fake.
Yeah.
I think he's really frozen.
They said it was fake.
We got the World Wide Web in front of us.
They said it was
The
fake.
World Wide Web be lying.
The World Wide Web is run by people that just be throwing conspiracies out there.
Exactly.
That's the whole point here.
Let's see, is Walt Disney still living?
No, he's not living. He's dead. He's just frozen, I think.
Oh, still. I think, matter of fact, I think that is true because I was watching Curiosity Stream TV this weekend, and it was talking about how like the lions the reason why lions are nocturnal. Long story short, it was talking about like preserving life and shit like that, and they mentioned how Walt Disney did what he did to preserve his life. So I think it is real.
Check it.
Fact check, USA Today.
What other?
Says fact check. Walt Disney's frozen body will be thawed in December. That is not going to happen. But it doesn't say anything about the body not being thawed.
Yeah.
I mean, not being frozen. Let me see. Conspiracy theories have promoted the myth that his cryogenically frozen corpse is stored away in a hidden vault. Over the years, the legend has taken different forms online. Some have speculated his frozen body is located under the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, while others have claimed Disney's named the movie Frozen, so stories about his frozen head would stop showing up on Google. Now people are asserting that Disney's frozen body will be thawed in December in an attempt to resurrect him. 55 years after his death, Walt Disney's frozen body will be thawed. That is not true. Let me see.
Oh, you think they could do this shit?
The Post accumulated that.
I think they could fucking do this shit at this point in time.
Are we getting into that kind of conspiracy?
First of all, there's a conspiracy I just read right now, which I ain't like. All the Rugback babies minus Bill are dead.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
They all
Yeah,
Angelica's
it's her
imagination. That's why the kids. I mean, the parents really don't pay mind to these fucking kids because they dead.
Yeah, I heard that.
I've heard that before.
This is crazy shit.
Yo, cartoon conspiracies are deep, and again, and the beauty of it is that like looking into that shit, it made me appreciate the art of cartoons.
Yeah,
because I used to only really look at it at face value. Like I never thought Timmy really had issues or anything like that. But when you get into the real art of cartoon making, like it's some real deep shit.
You know what? I don't think it is. I think the people sit back and they just watch, like. And I read a theory that Fresh Prince, all that shit, he dies in the fight.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I said that.
Yeah,
he dies in the fight, and everything else after that is the afterlife. That's why it's so great the way it is.
Like
he
the
never makes it
original
out of that
Fresh
fight.
Prince?
The original Fresh Prince, he never makes it out the fight.
No, I don't. That I don't agree.
That's a theory. Well,
Theories.
It's a theory.
Fair. What other ones had a theory?
That's crazy.
Let me just look some up.
I just did, man. You're just gonna. This is not good for us to do.
I mean, why not? We here. Shit.
It's crazy. I just
like
seen that
going
one.
down
I just seen that one.
What's that?
The world of SpongeBob SquarePants is a product of nuclear testing. While never explicitly confirmed by the show's creators, there is heavy speculation that the world of SpongeBob SquarePants is a product of nuclear testing. The city of Bikini Bottom is believed to be beneath the island of Bikini Atoll, where in actual history, the U.S. detonated 23 different nuclear bombs during the Cold War. According to the theory, the extensive testing impacted the creatures surrounding the area, and thus SpongeBob SquarePants and his
There
friends
may
are
be
dead.
some weird shit under there for real in that real place. If it's
I know one thing.
Yo, that's
they,
crazy.
They all of the houses that they live in is all trash that people throw in the ocean.
That makes sense.
That
but
does
that
make
could be the
sense. That makes
nuclear
sense.
waste.
That actually is true. Like if you look, I forgot which one of the characters lives in a muffler. Like you
Oh
can
shit, that's true.
yeah, he lives in a muffler.
Yo, I never even
Oh.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
I know exactly. A few of them live in
Yeah,
mufflers,
they
like,
live in mufflers. They live in trash.
like metal. There's like a lot of
Yeah.
metal shit that they just live in. That's crazy.
Nah, SpongeBob's wild. Remember when they was? I forget it.
What's your favorite SpongeBob episode?
My favorite one. I don't know.
I wasn't. I think
I really don't. Yeah, I don't. Do you have your favorite one?
Yeah.
I like the one. I always like the one where he goes to the door with the fucking. He's like, he got this chocolate. He's like, he's selling chocolates. He's what? He's selling chocolates. It's like, like that shit was hilarious. I love that one, but I don't know.
It was 3. It was the first episode when he was selling the pizza.
Oh, the Krusty Krab pizza.
That was a good one.
Oh, when he said, "Oh, it's a rock."
I know this shit.
It's not. No, he said it's not a rock. It's a boulder. He's held the shit.
You didn't watch SpongeBob?
I wasn't SpongeBob. I might be just a little bit too old for it.
That's fair. It was
Just a
that
little bit.
one. It was
I'm not that much older than
that's
you.
crazy.
I keep telling you.
I sneezed.
You said just a little bit.
I never said that.
Copy.
I'm just waiting for him to move the mic. What else? It was the one where he smacked the shit out of Mr. Krabs. Yo, he smacked it. You talking about Will Smith smacking somebody? SpongeBob smacked the dog shit out of Mr. Krabs. And the Christmas episode. Can't go wrong with the Christmas episode. But this theory is actually interesting because I never thought of how they never ever really talk about how like that nuclear waste affects the animals that are in the water. Like some of this shit, I know there's a bunch of species down there that we don't know about.
That's true. I agree.
That's actually the most undiscovered place in the world is the sea. So
That's a fact.
SpongeBob could be. I've always believed in the theory that whatever we can think of exists somewhere in the universe. That's just always been in the universe somewhere. It may not be here, but if we think of something, that means it can be potentially out there somewhere.
Yo, would y'all go to the hotel in space?
What am I doing? What am I doing up there?
I don't know. Have sex? I don't know.
I'm having sex down here. It's okay.
So you wouldn't go?
You never
No,
had
for what?
SpaceX though.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Somebody had to explain to me what's the difference. Like, what is the actual
I know
difference?
you fucking with no gravity. You
Okay.
can't. You can't. Forget
All I
it.
see.
I was about to go a whole different level. I should not do right now.
What other theories? 'Cause from my space.
All right, I'm gonna just go through a cartoon,
Like
and
that
if
was
you have a
something that's
cartoon that you want to,
Goes up. Nah, I just
I
want
see
to know if y'all would go to space.
I don't think I would go. And I've always been fascinated with like stars and shit like that.
That'd be cool.
Um,
What if you just bought a star too and you're like right next to your star and shit?
I mean, earlier has a land on the moon.
Mars? No, Mars.
Mars?
Yeah, he got on the Mars.
Yeah, you got land on Mars.
Mhm.
He should go. Go see the land that he owns.
Go have sex on Mars. I mean, like, right? That's
On his plot of
That'd be
land.
fire. The red planet?
Yo, that's a different type of flex.
That's
man.
you can't say Come on,
can
baby.
go,
We're
bro.
about to go to Mars.
yeah. You sound like
It's gonna take me.
Dave
It's
Chappelle.
gonna take us
Yo.
3 years, but we're gonna get there.
Remember they kept on bringing up when he was the Black Bush, and they kept on bringing up oil. He was like, why y'all keep talking about the oil? He said, let's talk about what's more important. Mars. M-A-R-S. Mars, bitches. We going.
Let's see. You got the Rugrats. You got Pokemon. Scooby Doo. The Owl House.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Ed and Eddie.
I just read
I
them.
hated that show.
Yeah, I really like that.
Y'all want to hear any of those?
Nah, I already read them. They wasn't really like very interesting.
Okay.
Will Smith.
Everything is Will Smith today. Everything.
crazy.
I woke up. Everything.
Yeah, Will Smith makes a cartoon. You
I
think he's
was
smacking Chris
watching-
Rock again?
I was watching Undisputed, and they went there. I'm like, yo, this is sports. Why the fuck are y'all talking about?
What happened?
I was watching Undisputed with Shannon Sharp. And
Oh yeah, I seen the. I saw a
started
clip of that
talking
on YouTube. I scrolled right past that. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear y'all talk about that bullshit. Ooh, Futurama.
about- Futurama was my shit.
The future on my shit too.
The Jetsons.
Flintstones. The Flintstones. I know that just reminded me of it. That's why.
Nah,
The
it's
theory
interesting.
about the Flintstones is actually the Flintstones is not the Stone Age. It's actually in the future. It's
So it just
pop-
says right there. The Jetsons and the Flintstones are the same,
Yeah.
the same society.
and the Flintstones is the apocalyptic future. Think about the inventions that they have. How the fuck would they know to have those kind of inventions if they didn't already have them before?
I mean, what they had
They had
cars
every-
that you drove with your feet.
No, I'm talking about inside their house. They had actual real technology that they had animals running instead of electricity.
For real?
Yep.
Well, I've
Yeah,
never
they had
really
like a
got into
blender.
it.
Everything that they had, it was
Dishwasher.
food.
It was a dinosaur who did this shit.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, but that's it. But you gotta believe dinosaurs, man. Dinosaurs ain't fucking real.
Oh wow. Just gonna dismiss.
Y'all don't want me to do
Listen,
this.
It's Monday.
It's an apocalyptic. I don't know why I couldn't say that.
Mhm.
Future,
Say it
which
again.
means that shut up. Which means that see this. Say it again.
You say it again. Say that word again.
Apocalyptic.
Oh,
I got
dude.
it. I'm good.
Wow.
I said I don't. That's why I said I don't know why I couldn't say that word.
What?
That's why I'm telling you, you're about to get slapped.
I want to hear this one.
Pinky brain.
In Pinky and the brain is no genius. It took a real genius to think this theory up. They believe that Pinky is actually the smart one since the brain's plans to take over the world never pan out. By these calculations, this would mean that the brain is actually Pinky's lab rat. I could see that.
Yeah, but that was whack.
But Pinky was the one that fucked up everything every time.
Yeah.
But they were getting fucked up together. So it was like, yo, let's just try this to see. Like, he was
But the
controlling the
brain
lab rat.
The
shit.
brain had the perfect plan, and then Pinky would tweak something real fit and just fuck everything up.
But his plan never worked. The plan was to take over the world. That never worked.
Because the person that he got with him is fucking dumb.
So if you're the
Fuck everything up.
brain, why are you keeping him around? If he's the fuck up, why are you keeping him around?
We got Justin around. Why the fuck we
Oh,
Justin around?
shit.
He's still here.
He said it. He said it.
That was a good one.
He said it.
I had to. Like, he
No,
could-
that was
I had
good.
to-
No, that was
See,
good.
yo,
That was good.
Yo, Kev, that's how you catch the alley, my nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
No, that was good. Yeah.
That's how you catch the alley.
They could be missing all the oops.
All of them. Niggas throw the ball up. Kevin's looking at him. What the
fuck is
fuck
that?
they do that for? Missed the whole alley.
Man, shout out to Kev, man.
That's my dude.
Yeah, their little arguments that they be having in the text messages be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What they argued about today? Something about battle rap?
Yeah, battle rap.
Shout out to Zay, man.
Let's get one more in, bro, before we get out of here. Yeah, oh,
Let's see. I gotta eat. I haven't eaten
gotta
anything
eat.
today.
So we can get out of here.
No, we could do one more. Let's see. If I can find
See
something.
what happens when I don't talk about it?
Oh, matter of fact, talk about what?
When I don't,
You about to, don't do that because you're gonna get
it's
a call.
over. We about to be out
Oh.
of here. It's over.
Damn, what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, recipes to that kid that fell off that ride, man. That was
yeah, I saw
that was crazy.
I didn't see the
condolences to
video.
his-
My brother was
I
trying to say,
seen that shit.
I don't like watching those videos.
It looked like,
Something
it looked
like that.
crazy. I hope that he didn't like jump off or something like that. That shit looked so bad. Man,
I didn't even
rest
look
in peace
into that story.
to his family and
Yeah, once
and
I
all
heard
that,
about it, I
yeah.
just left it alone. I left it where it was at.
That was a big kid, bro. He's about to be a football player, whatever like that. Like, just rest in peace to him and condolences to his family because that was bad. Yeah, that was sad.
And it raises this interesting ethical question about whether or not stuff like that should be shared on the internet.
No, it shouldn't.
Believe it or not,
No, it's that
it's always been shared on the internet.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
but
So,
it shouldn't.
but I think you have to, in a sense, because
It's free.
somebody didn't do their job, and that part.
In that case, yeah, but I'm just talking about like the family got to see that shit. That shit was reposted every fucking where. That shit was like sad to
Listen,
see.
but you know
bro.
what's crazy? I didn't see it. So
Did you
no
choose
matter-
not to watch it though?
There you go. But that's the whole point. And I'm not family. I just showed my brother sat there and was like, "Yo, did you see the video?" Absolutely not.
Sad.
And that was it.
Mhm.
Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Like it's fucked up. I was like, I think I saw a link or something like that they was talking about it. I scroll right past. I'm done. I don't want to see it.
It was sad, man.
But we as a society have been watching shit like that. Like I used to watch Rotten.com. Like,
Oh, I was about to say that E-Bombs World and all that
and,
shit.
and videos like Traces of Death and shit like that.
Remember the old videos that you used to see where the niggas is like in the old other countries and just popping niggas
Yeah.
in their
Yeah,
head and shit like
Traces
that.
of
Just,
Death. That's what it was
oh,
called.
that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
There's
shit.
two. One was Faces of Death and the other one was Traces of Death. And
I
yeah,
remember that.
that was wild.
I used to like not, and I used to like try not to watch those shits because like it was too much.
But I think shit like that is the reason why our culture or our society is so desensitized because you're so used to seeing it on screen that when you see it, like I'm not gonna lie, I was with someone one time, right? I ain't gonna put no names out there, but I was coming back from a party. I was dropping my friend off. She was in the front seat. He was in the back seat. We was on 149th and Brook, and I was driving her home. At a red light, they ran down on. It was like three niggas chasing one dude. The dude that was being chased falls on the floor. The first nigga behind him pulls out the biggest fucking knife, starts stabbing him up. The person in the back seat with me is laughing. I turn around like,
Oh, you
the fuck? What are you laughing at? The car in front of me won't move. I don't want to see this shit. So I backed the car up and I drove the fuck off. I don't want to see that shit. That shit is crazy. But
Damn.
the person, like I said, so
Desensitized.
desensitized that he's laughing. Like,
You think? But you
he's
think
like,
that,
yo, this shit is crazy. Yes, nigga, but what you laughing at?
you think the kids right now are all desensitized like that?
I think to some
No.
degree. To some degree, not all of them, but a lot of them, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I would say no, because I do think they have the ability to empathize and sympathize with these people in these situations. And the reason why I say that is because, just to briefly go back to the first topic that we were talking about with the whole Will Smith thing, I took a picture, I added it to my lesson, and we had a discussion about it. And the question was Will Smith wrong? Yes or no? And in my mind, I'm thinking they all gonna say, no, he wasn't wrong. He was disrespected, so he should have smacked the shit out of him. This is what I'm thinking because I'm thinking of them as a generation.
Yeah.
They were like, most of them was like, no. Like, Will's a grown man. You address that grown man behind scenes. At the end of the day,
So most of them say yes.
well, most of them said he was not wrong.
Oh, okay.
And the way that they felt that he should have handled it was, again, this is majority of them, so some of them felt otherwise, but the majority of them was saying that he should have addressed it behind the scenes, or something along the lines of, you should have never slapped them on camera because now you make all of us look bad. And I'm thinking like, oh shit, like that was actually pretty profound for this generation.
I was about to say something, but no, we're not going to go back to that. But yes, I would assume that they will all say that he wasn't wrong.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So to go back to the whole thing about this kid's unfortunate passing, I don't think they're desensitized. I think they're just more exposed to it than we were.
Okay.
So I think they have
because of Instagram and everything like that.
yeah. So I think they have a
Okay.
better concept of death than we did when we were their age. Because it's sad because I feel like the cost of that is they lost a lot of years of having an imagination,
Mhm.
but as a result, they can deal with a lot of real life social issues or real life things that are going on in the world as a result of that.
See, that I don't agree with because I feel like they don't handle real life situations as we do because I feel like we handle it better. Like this generation, a lot of times resort more to. I hate to say it like this, but a lot of them use drugs as a coping mechanism instead of going through the process. Like we went through a different process when we were kids. Like it was bad when we were younger, but we dealt with it differently than what they do. I think their coping mechanisms are totally different than ours. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot.
Most of the time.
Yes, but I feel like at 8 or 9 years old, these kids are talking about like real ways in which the world needs to be fixed. In a sense of like they can identify like, okay, this is racism and this is why it needs to be changed, or this is why we need to make change for women's rights, or this is why we need equal opportunity for people. Like these are fifth graders are having these conversations now, whereas we were talking about cartoons and Dragon Ball Z and gargoyles, and because we still had our imagination at that age. I feel like these kids don't really have that. Go ahead.
To your point of exposure is because I think so. Each generation ushers in the next move.
Yeah.
So I think because we started becoming more conscious about our surroundings, and we went through what we went through in the '90s and early 2000s and shit like that. Like remember, like my generation, a lot of them were crack babies. A lot of them went through the crack epidemic and stuff like that. So now, becoming an adult, you explain this to your kids a lot earlier. You have these conversations. So now they do have those conversations, like you said, at 8. But my parents didn't expose me to that. But I was around it enough to know, all right, let me this is what the way the world is going, so let me get in front of it. That's the same way, like when it comes to even technology. I try to stay ahead of technology because I can't let my kids beat me to the punch. If they beat me to the punch, then they do a lot of shit behind your back that you don't know nothing about. And that's what happens when once you usher in that kind of thing, now you're opening up them to basically a new way of living. But it has to start from somewhere. My parents didn't do it, and I feel like it started with our generation, our Gen Y, because we were exposed to a lot more stuff than our parents were, and now the kids are exposed because we gave your parents have to give you the exposure.
I agree. And my rebuttal to that was, I feel like it was always the parents giving us the exposure until now, where these kids are getting the same information on the internet and in school.
That's the reason why.
Like we weren't talking about Black Lives Matter in school when I was in PS72.
Because Black Lives Matter, the actual term and
no, but I'm talking about like just in general, like what Black Lives Matter stand for in terms of police brutality, black rights, shit like that. We wasn't talking about that in school.
In elementary, what do you mean? The students or
the students? Like right now. Okay, so
because
I wasn't.
You got to realize, I was a little criminal, so I had to. I mean, I was moving around. Yes, no, allegedly, I was a little criminal. I just got away with shit, and I was moving around in that manner. So,
like you said it to me,
because you looked up, like the way you looked up, like because the next word out of your mouth was about to be allegedly. I'm not gonna say I don't lie. I try my best not to lie.
What?
I try my best not to.
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
I know. But we was outside. We were the generation that was outside. They're not even outside no more. We was outside. So
outside is in the metaverse.
Dealing with the cops, and we actually saw the transition. Because when we were younger, we knew who the cops were. We knew who to fuck with, who not to fuck with. Once this nigga came outside, we like, nah, pack it up, B. Don't even do it. Because he gonna fuck you up. Or he gonna do this, he gonna do that. We didn't look at it as police brutality. We just knew who to fuck with, who not to fuck with. Now that we're older, we like, yo, you know what? They did some fucked up shit. And you can speak on it. And that's the exposure that we give to the next generation. Yo, listen, pay attention because they was fucking us up. We didn't look at it like that. Like, look how you ain't watching none of the hood movies.
Name one.
You ain't watch it.
What is it? Menace to Society. They picked up. No, I'm saying they picked up Kane and Old Dog. Remember, and they instead of locking them up and all that shit, they washed them niggas up and dropped them off with the essays. And luckily, the essays was like because they went through their situation with the cops, they left them alone. And that's that's what it was. But think that was the 90s.
Mhm.
So we went through police brutality. We spoke about it within ourselves, but it wasn't out in the open as much as it is now. They took it and ran with it.
And that's my point, is that they are
think I'm making the same
exposed to
point.
it.
We're making the
Yeah,
same
I just feel like
what I'm saying is this. He's saying they're more exposed to it. I'm saying we were exposed to it, but we gave them the game. Like the way Wallow is giving the game right now to all of them.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like,
Okay.
And I think that
he was exposed to it too, but now he's able to give the game so that when they can see it and recognize it.
we give them the game, but now they seeing it on anything.
They gotta come from.
No, it comes from somebody else on Instagram. That's what he's saying. It comes from the
what I'm
internet.
saying is somebody, in order for you to notice it, somebody had to be exposed to it and give the exposure. Like, yo, this is how they getting away with it. This is what they're doing to us. You gotta go through it. So now I can give the young kid the game, like, yo, get the fuck off the block. Like Wallow, one of the ill shits was this. He said a story. He said something about like he was locked up or whatever, and the kid was like, I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck what's going on, this, that, and the other. So Wallow was like, oh, you bugging. Like, why you, that's not the code of the street. The nigga, the young boy said, yo, you talking about some shit that don't exist no more, my nigga. Get out the fucking street. Nigga Wallow said, he called his mans, whoever, like he felt like was, yo, they're not playing the same no more. Get about it. See that somebody exposing them to some shit, get it out of there. And and I feel like once we go through the exposure, because we were a little bit more silent, we just dealt with it. They're like, nah, we're not just gonna deal with this shit. And that, I think that's the difference between generations now. That's the only difference, because the exposure still came from us, but now they're like, we're not gonna be quiet. Y'all just dealt with it and was quiet about it. We're not gonna do that no more.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody got a voice.
Exactly.
Okay. I can see both of y'all.
Like we kept it in house. We be like, yo, like, and it be, you see how we talking about it right now on the pod? This would normally be like our generation, no mic, no camera, no none of that. We be in the crib playing the game and like, yo, listen, the other day these niggas is wilding this, that, and the other. And that's the game. Now they like, I'm on Instagram giving the same kind of game because the platform is different now. That's all.
I also feel like in addition to that, in today's generation, there are kids who never got that exposure because they didn't come from an environment like that, who are being exposed to this because of Instagram and was being taught in schools. Like now, teachers are saying like we need a social justice lesson or social justice part of our curriculum.
Yeah,
like these conversations were not being had.
You know why?
With school,
because those teachers are the ones that went through it.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's like I said.
Yeah, both saying.
Yeah, we saying the same.
Absolutely.
Did y'all think 50
Cent? We could agree to agree.
Yeah, did y'all think 50 Cent looked like a rotisserie chicken upside down?
Who? I feel like 50 Cent looked like 50 Cent.
Nah, just the game said that shit.
I know. That was his only comeback.
Game versus 50?
What do you mean?
Final remarks. He wants to do a versus.
Game versus 50?
No, I don't want to see that. That's why.
No. That's a bad one.
That's a bad matchup.
Like their fire songs are together.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to see G-Unit versus somebody though.
G-Unit is a come to the ring. Who you take G-Unit against?
Somebody that hasn't been in the verses, or what? Can I pick somebody who's been in the verses again?
You can't pick the locks.
No,
you can't pick the locks. Yeah,
just that's it. Like
it's
not fair.
I think
Jada.
Yeah,
Jada's in the Raptors. He don't need to do anymore.
He got his jersey up there. Right?
I would want to see him against Dipset. Personally, I think that would have been a better matchup. That would have been a way better matchup than Dipset versus Locks. Outside of Dipset, I'm trying to think. Can't really think of anybody outside of Dipset. I'm trying to think of who else was around.
It's tough because 50 as an artist by himself was bigger than a lot of anybody that you put in the group.
Yeah, but
you got to do both. Look, Jada was doing his solo joints. Styles was doing his solo joints. Cam was doing his joints. Like you got to bring it to the table.
Banks got shit too, though. Like,
I think that's where it stops.
Banks and 50. That's it.
Yayo only got.
Yayo got fat bitches.
So seductive. That's what he got.
That fat bitches song is alright.
Where I don't love.
Nah,
that's my shit.
Nah. Oh fuck!
What fat bitches song?
Fat bitch.
Oh, fat.
Yeah, the Burger King that got your ass fat.
That was a G-Unit.
Bitch, you grown. That ain't baby fat. That's that shit.
Nigga say, yeah, yo, fuck with you. I ain't fuck with you.
Nah, that's what it stops. I mean, there's two.
Buck got two records.
Paul got
2 hits, 3 hits.
Wait,
maybe?
what?
You got the shorty wanna
Right,
ride with
no.
me, ride with me.
Let me get.
You ever seen that video? He was doing all of this shit and the car wasn't going nowhere. Watch that video again. He was doing all this
Listen,
shit.
we're not gonna do that because we saw LL.
Oh, nah, I
videos
never
off the chain.
noticed
Did you
that.
ever see
So
that
that-
compilation?
no, I'm the one. I sent that
Oh
shit.
yeah, you sent it. You
Yo,
sent it.
he
That
was
shit
he was he was fully dressed in the shower with a do rag.
I think it was eating fruit at a peep show.
Nah, he has some wild videos.
We gonna get.
That's
LL
what we
on
should
the
do. We
pod.
should do for Patreon. We should do top 20 wild videos like that and just
Oh, yeah,
throw
that's
that shit
cool.
up there.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, we're gonna do some shit, man. Next verses, y'all. Are y'all doing it or not?
We know the vibes. I'm
Who was it that we said?
You said G and then he said you got Rockefeller.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Let's do G Unit Dipset.
Let's do G and Dipset.
It's kind of tough.
You a Dipset fan?
Yeah, but G-Unit is going. I think G-Unit.
You gotta come in here with like the big pants and all that
No,
shit though.
we're not doing that. Bandana,
Bandana on all that.
Santana bandana, because that's the only word that he can rhyme with Santana. You ain't never noticed that every time he said, like, it was like 5 songs. Nigga said Santana bandana. That's it, bro. That's what you gonna say? I think G-Unit wipes the floor with them though. I think
Who's a
it'd
good
be
matchup?
entertaining to watch them do it.
Yeah,
But as far as like just us playing the music, G-Unit's gonna wipe the floor.
It depends.
I think we should-
depends on music choice though.
What?
It depends.
Nah.
Get Rich or Die Trying alone is.
So then do 50 versus somebody then.
We'll do 50 verse Cam.
50 versus.
I did Cam already.
Oh yeah, that's rare. Yeah, he got killed.
No, I didn't get killed. I lost. I didn't get killed.
Okay.
And I didn't agree with that either, but we can leave that alone. We're not gonna do that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's figure it out. Well, for the Patreon, this is y'all gonna get that.
I wanna do like rappers that's like
I want to do
East Coast.
producers.
That's hard.
It's not.
It's hard.
It's not. Pharrell versus Kanye.
Why can't we do like?
Uh,
Why can't we do fucking people that don't got 20 songs? Like, let's do like
lightweight championship.
yeah, like that'd be fun.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, cruiserweight. We could do that shit. Like
name
people
a
that got
cruiser-
10.
Name a cruiserweight.
Soldier Boy.
Joe.
Soldier Boy got hits.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'll take that back.
Do
Soldier
like-
Boy might be like a
You can do
middle.
like an R&B shit with like Joe. Joe got like 10. Tyrese got like 10.
Ooh, Joe versus Carl Thomas.
Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Joe wins that, but
And y'all put in
Yeah, Joe was that.
I'm just saying it's like there's some little ones that we not thinking about that
we
could
don't
be
even
mad
do
for.
R&B shits. Like
I
we did one R&B shit, which
I
was
think the-
Neo versus
Chris Brown. Oh, was it?
First of all,
Chris
that Chris
Brown.
Brown, Usher, we are not counting that. That nigga did not bring no Chris Brown heat whatsoever.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was
so
bad.
embarrassing.
That was
was
bad.
bad.
That was bad.
I can't believe he did Breezy like that. Like
Nigga played. What he played?
nigga played. I don't even know.
Play the shit with
He
Lil
played this
Dicky.
shit with Lil Dicky. I woke up
Yeah.
and Chris Brown's back. And we like,
I was at home, I almost turned that shit off. Like, I was ready to just like.
I was like, nah, there's no way he just
like you
fucking
remember,
played this shit.
you know, The Departed, the movie The Departed.
Yeah.
Remember when they was following Captain Queenan and he told them don't engage, but the niggas ran in and everybody got shot up and niggas just sat in the office dark. That's how I felt watching Breezy get killed like that. I just turned everything over. I was in the crib like, damn, I can't believe he did that to Breezy.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
we're gonna
bad.
come back in here and do that shit.
I
We're
think the
gonna do
only
some-
way we should do an R&B versus is if we go to Iconic and do the karaoke.
No, I'm not doing that.
3 songs apiece.
I'm with that.
I think that'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
That'd
We
be
could bring we could do that.
Kev will give you 5 songs, no bullshit.
Kev
I'll
would-
kill Kev.
Kev, ooh.
I'll kill Kev.
Hold on.
Karaoke, you could call him out.
Hold on.
I would kill Kev.
had
This is the last thing of the night. This is the last thing of the night.
Kev
Hold
don't want that
on.
Smoke.
Yo,
You don't want that
Kev-
R&B smoke.
Nah, Kev had the ball rocking.
I
Last
got
week.
vocals. I got vocals, man. Y'all don't sleep on my vocals. Call that man. I'm not gonna answer. He probably watching. He know the vibe.
Nah, he ain't watching. He would have said something.
He's getting out of work right now.
Oh,
He know the vibes.
No, it's early. Oh no, it's 11. Yeah, he walking out.
How you know the schedule?
He gets out at 11.
Oh,
Bro,
Yo, that was funny. That was funny.
he
Come
caught
on.
the alley. He caught the alley.
come on, baby. We don't leave it at that. That's it. I ain't gonna say that else.
Please leave
Kev know the vibes. He know the vibes.
That'll be good. I will pay any amount of money to see that.
All right. Who should be the two singers?
He's gonna want to do Ja Rule.
Oh, so I gotta have like Drake or something like that.
He's gonna want to do Ja Rule.
Nah, Drake is gonna. That's easy money then.
He's
not if he's just doing like songs that.
But he also has backup singers.
Yeah, he do.
He got backup singers.
They be ready.
He got backup singers.
All right. I'll bring some people. I like being the underdog. Nobody knows me.
So Thursday night, we're gonna do karaoke.
No. I need time.
No. We're gonna go. You're gonna feel it out.
No.
You
I don't want them to see me. I want them to not know who I am.
Yo, this nigga got a strategy for every. I swear.
Listen, everything is we gotta give me a month.
A month.
Give me a month because I gotta hit the gym. Because if we gonna really do this R&B shit, I gotta be in my R&B bag.
Taking your shirt off.
Listen, it could go.
First of all, didn't dude take your shirt off that time? And y'all was telling, y'all was like, "Yo, Warren, it's your turn. Get the fuck."
Oh yeah.
Nigga, that ass was in there.
The nigga was sucking toes last week.
Yes.
Wow.
He sucked toes. She was walking around all day with them fucking.
Oh, all right, it's over, guys.
All right, let me cue something up.
Let's go. Listen, everybody out there, thank you guys for watching us. We appreciate you guys. Please go to the Patreon, patreon.com/40 Central. Subscribe to the $5, $10, $25 package, and you can read it from there. I'm tired.
Get the video queued up. We're going to queue up this vid. Make sure you go to share this and
like it,
watch it,
subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Send it to your grandma too. Go just take your grandma's phone and just add this shit, please.
Gemini Jinx, California loving, immaculate visuals.
This life that I be living, I swear it feels just like I'm dreaming. Rolling trees under palm trees. My shooters wild and smoke a nigga like a leaf. Drive the top just so I can feel the breeze. A lot of vibes, so I never wanna leave. I'm in the CA, Ellen and I get high on the freeway. I be cutting at the party like a DJ. She might be online, but in person she a freak. Hey, yeah. And she thinks she the baddest in America. Told her my story, she fell in love with my character. Usually dies niggas, but she told me that I challenge her. I put it on everything, it's nothing like that cat love. Oh, that sweet cat love. Make a nigga forget that he a thug, but I can never forget the place that I'm from. I can never forget the way they used to front. Now you in my DMs trying to see what's up. I'm what's up, and all of y'all niggas was hitting up the old business. As I used to try to see if you could do the things that I've done. So many problems in this world.
Hold on. Sorry. Yo.
Yeah.
You finally got your first. How?
Here we go.
Yo, you ready?
You ready to lose?
Oh,
Listen, don't worry about that. Are you ready to lose?
who am I losing to? Get the fuck. I'm not losing.
Listen. I'm hearing that you a singer. They saying that you challenging the GOAT. I said, look, if you want to do this, then it got to be the right way. I'm gonna go to your hometown, Iconic, right? We're gonna pull up 5 records apiece. Ja Rule versus whoever the people want me to be, and you're gonna lose. Are you ready?
Yo, bro. Listen. Yo, stick to doing these little verses y'all be doing, man. Stick to your verses, man.
Listen.
So you don't think he could fuck with you in the karaoke department?
Nah. That's my flaw.
Listen, Warren said the same thing.
See, first of all,
Warren
you
said the
see how
same
you
thing.
spun that?
He's a victim.
Listen. First and foremost, if you play Stunt 101 to play against Is That Your Chick, you fucked up already.
Oh, no. So I'm bringing a singer. Don't worry about who I'm bringing.
And you bringing the singer. So hold on. So you're not gonna sing?
No, I'm singing.
No, he's bringing an
artist that
artist.
performing is gonna be a singer.
He's bringing an artist, so I'm gonna bring an artist too.
I don't think he get.
No, you got. He's no, Kev.
They're fucking up right now.
You got Ja Rule. That's your man.
Say I might bring.
Oh yeah, because you over here, I'm thinking like you about to bring a person that's gonna sing against me.
No, he's gonna.
No, JT's gonna sing. He's just picking us artists, like a singer. Like he's gonna pick his artist, like the person he's gonna be singing.
He's not locked in.
Now he thinks you're not locked in
I
now.
can do R&B. I can do rap. I can do all that.
All right. Look.
Okay.
So we good for this, right, Kev?
Yeah. All right. So hold on. If you're gonna do R&B, I'm gonna do Usher.
Ooh.
Nigga, you're supposed to be scared.
I ain't say nothing, my nigga. I'm
You
just
looking like you surprised.
Yo.
I was waiting for your
And the battle's gonna be on Patreon.
Okay.
Second, the crowd is gonna pick the winner.
All right.
All right. So like whoever's there is gonna be the judges.
No, we're gonna make this a big thing.
Pause.
All right. So
I got you. Don't worry about it.
that's all I'm saying. And listen, man. And I'm gonna tell you, stick to your verses, man.
Listen. If you're gonna bring out Usher, there's only one person I can bring out for us. Only one person. I don't even gotta say it. So we gonna do it. Just be ready, cause I'm gonna win.
Again, and remain undefeated.
So pick the day.
I'm gonna have the hip hop belt and I'm gonna have the R&B belt.
I don't understand
That's
how
gonna
you
make me the
gonna remain
undisputed
something
champion.
that you're not, nigga. The fuck?
I bet. I mean, listen, you ain't gonna have no belt though, man.
Why was that the same thing?
You better stick to those tight ass jeans, nigga, that you can wear, nigga. So just basically you can stick on, nigga, because you ain't gonna have no belt, nigga.
What?
That was a bad joke.
Wait, what did you just say? Yo, Kev, I'm gonna hit you back, but we good.
Yo, work on your shit,
yo,
my nigga.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Yo.
Nah, that was bad. You just fucked that one up, man.
Okay.
What did he just say? He said stick.
jeans.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna have no belt, so they need to stick on you.
Yeah.
Nah, Kev, there's no way you said that. Can you figure something else out, please? Go out with something. Can you go out with something better than that, please?
I can't wait
Nah, I didn't say
to
that.
chop this shit up and put it on Instagram.
Niggas said.
Because I don't know what the fuck that was.
Can you say something better to get out of here? Because that was bad.
Nah, just hang up. It's over.
I'm giving you an opportunity.
Nah, it's over. Look,
Music song, man. I'll hit you when we get out of here.
I'm out of here.
You know you out of here. Nigga. That was bad.
He tried, man.
He said you better you ain't gonna have no belt because you better stick to your tight ass jeans because they're gonna be stuck to you.
Sucker. That's all you need.
Job turkey. What the fuck you talking about?
Rolling trees on the palm trees. My shooters wild and smoking nigga like a leaf.
Gotcha.
Drive the top just so I can feel the breeze.
Next verse is better. If y'all wanna see it, it will be a karaoke battle.
Ellen and I get high on the freeway. I be
She's gonna
cutting
lose
at the
again.
party like a DJ. She might a long line, but in person she a freak.
Who's not bringing other than- Who would be a good opponent? Other
She
than
thinks she the baddest in America. Told her my story, she fell in love with my character. Usually dies
Right.
niggas,
Does
but
it
she
have to
told me
be-
that I challenge her. I put
does
it
it have to
on.
be a male?
Everything is nothing like that
what if I brought
kind of
like
love.
a woman?
Oh, that sweet kind of love.
Mary J versus Usher.
I can get enough. Make a nigga forget that he a thug.
wouldn't-
But
I
I
would-
can
if I
never
was you, I'd stop.
forget the place that I'm from. I can never
Go
forget
against
the
Kevin.
way they used to front. Now you in my feelings trying to see what's up.
Yeah, I'll give him my
And
playbook.
all of y'all niggas
You'll still lose.
hitting up the old bitches that I used to trying to see if
We
you
love
could
you
do
guys
the
out
things
there.
that I done. So many problems in this world, but you niggas ain't one.
Warren.
Throw shade to Billy, they on my sons. Feeding off your energy soon as I wake up.
Make sure join the Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. If you know anybody who has a story to tell them to DM us.
See, let me never knew you had it in you. I can tell you, but don't tell me what I've been through.
Rock with us
Make
for
it
an
a vibe,
hour.
baby. You
Telling
should
us
bring your
about
friends through.
everything
I'm a
that you do,
player. I might
writing,
live it, won't
poetry,
miss.
speaking. She also spoke at the inauguration for Mayor de Blasio. Like, this is somebody who's really tapped into the writing culture. So if you know anybody who has a story to tell that needs a platform to tell it, make sure you DM us and let us know if you're interested in being a guest.
Shout out to Dezana.
Yeah, man. Yo, that was a real convo. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And that's it. See y'all later.
We out.
And Kev, I ain't gonna even say it.